wonderful champions out there. Anand says, I'm waiting here, start the class. Yes, dear. Have started the class officially. I think I am audible as well as visible to everyone. Yeah, and my dear children, make sure you send this video link with all of your friends out there. So the usual timing is at 5. Today we changed it a bit because there is something happening up over here, and it was quite unavoidable, otherwise would have kept at the same timing itself. Yeah, I hope that works for you. I know that pretty much of you might be a bit lazy after food and all. You will like, appa, let me just go sleep for some time, and here ma'am is there teaching biology at this particular time. Most boring subject and stuff like that. Is that so? Or is there anyone who's like, okay, let me face. Anyway, after so long, we are seeing JJ ma'am, so probably we can study together, right? Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Anand. We'll just wait for some time so that everyone else can also join the class. This is going to be the last session for your second PUC chapters, right? Because can you believe it? We have covered all the very important PYQs of all the second PUC chapters, and that's not at all a small deal, right? Kavana, hello, Varsha, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sri Raksha, Sri Kant, very good afternoon to everyone out there. King, hello King. Vimal, perfect. So I see all of you coming out there, and please make sure you share this video with all of your friends as well, okay? Vimal, good afternoon. Sanjana, hello, long time, right? So happy to see all of you. So in today's session, what are we going to deal? We'll carry on with the session. I think most of you guys would be coming up slowly, yeah? Yes, let's go ahead. So are we ready, Macha? I hope we all are ready. And by the way, if at all you have missed any of these classes, please understand that I have already written down the name of the class and the chapters which are there. For example, sexual reproduction, flowering plants, human reproduction, reproductive health. 3 of the chapters were completed in class 1. So make sure you go ahead and watch the class 1 lecture if at all you have missed it by any chance. Similarly, principles of inheritance and molecular basis of inheritance, super important chapter, I have done in class 2. Okay. Human health and diseases and evolution in class 3. Biotechnology and its application, class 4. Microbes in human welfare and organisms in population in class 5, and this is going to be the 6th class where we are going to finally complete the whole of the second PUC. Today we are going to target ecosystem and biodiversity and conservation. If at all you ask me, among this chapter, which one is more important? Biodiversity and conservation is the chapter that is more important, right? And if at all you see the trend, it has been like we cannot predict anything, right? So 1 year, 2 questions came from ecosystem. The next year, no questions came. Then it was 3 consecutively for 2 years. And then again back to 2. Now this year it can be 3, it can be 4, we cannot predict it. And as I always say, second PUC is very important. Do not miss out on any chapters, right? Biodiversity and conservation, on the other hand, if at all we see the highest number of questions that have come from the chapter, it is 4. We can expect anything ranging from 2 to 4 from this particular chapter. Yes, Sanjana, thank you for asking me. Yes, I had my lunch. I hope you also had your lunch. Sri Raksha, sorry dear, Paul would not be there over here. Yeah. Hello Vaslingappa, hello Manjula. Perfect. Lakshman, good afternoon. Okay. So starting off with this chapter, ecosystem, and here goes the first question, and my guys, you know how to write the answer, right? Question number 1, A, B, C, D, whatever is the answer like that over here. Let's go. So rate of formation of new organic matter by deer in the forest ecosystem is called deer. Okay, Macha, deer is producing some organic matter out there. What do you call the rate of formation of the organic matter by the deer? Primary productivity, secondary productivity, standing crop, net primary productivity. What do you think is the answer? Sumit, apparently the results might not be coming today is what I got to know, but I am not very much sure about it at this particular point of time, which is why I did not make any other video on that, right? So yes. Okay, just a second. Let me read out the name of the children who are giving me answers. So Macha, okay, King says the answer for this question is B. Okay, Vimal says it is B, Leelavati says B, Lakshman says, okay, Sanjana says B, Manjula B, Ankita says B, Sumit B, Vimal says B, Nitin is there, hello Nitin, Venkatesh also is here, good to see all of you back. Anand says C. Okay, so most of you guys are saying it is B, and some confusions are there between A and C. Listen to me very carefully, okay? So over here, Baba, you have plants, or basically you have grasses. What are they? They are basically known as producers. What do they produce? They produce the organic matter. Basically, they take the help of the sun. With the energy of the sun, they make their own food. And what do you call this food? Basically, we say it's the organic matter that is being produced. Now, they are producers, right? They are producers, and when you are saying about the production of organic matter, you're putting a term rate into it. You are being asked what is the rate of production of organic matter by the producers. Please understand, it will be known as primary productivity. Primary productivity. Why primary productivity, ma'am? Because if at all you see this particular chart over here, okay, if at all you look at this particular chart, you have producers, you have primary consumers, then you have secondary consumers, and so on, so goes. This is the first one, this is the second layer, this is the third tropic level that is there, right? So this guy is producing organic matter, so that is the primary productivity, and we are talking about the rate of production. It will be known as primary productivity. Now if at all you are saying that basically a deer which is feeding on the grass, it is basically consuming the food and producing an organic matter. For what? For the next organism. Okay, not because it wants to, but it is just creating organic matter out there. What do you call this production? It's at the second level, which is why you will call this as secondary productivity. When the term rate comes into picture, just understand productivity terms come into picture. Otherwise, it's just production, primary production, secondary production, and things like that. But now it is productivity. Okay, and that too by a deer. Deer is occupying what? The second trophic level, which is why your answer for this question is going to be B. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone out there? If it is super clear to everyone, can you just quickly give me a thumbs up? And Macha, all of you who said B is the answer. Correct. And all of you who did not say B is the answer, I hope this is clear to you. Only if it is clear, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, ask me the doubt that you are having right now. Yes, Manjula, I will be explaining standing crop. You want it right now? So, standing crop means rate of production of biomass by the living organism at the particular time in a particular area. Okay, rate of production of the biomass. That rate is known as standing crop. Okay. We have more questions related to it. I think you will be able to understand it better with those questions as well. Yeah? Okay, let's go ahead. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up. And the next question. The process of decomposition delays when the detritus is made up of sugars and nitrogen compounds. Detritus means dead and decaying matter. So do you think decomposition is going to delay when it is made up of sugar and nitrogen compound, the dead and decomposing thing? Or when aeration is sufficient, when there is air is sufficient, that means oxygen is sufficient, or when warm and moist environment is there, or when detritus is rich in lignin and chitin. What do you think is the answer for this? King says D is the answer. Anand says D. Okay, Knight is also there. Oh my God, King, Knight, so many people are there. Okay, fine. Says B is the answer. Anand says D. Kavana says D. Vimal says D. Ankita as well as Venkatesh. Lakshman also says the answer for this question. Sri Raksha also says it is D. Is D the correct answer for this particular question? Let's check it out. What is D? D is when the the dead and decaying matter is rich in lignin and chitin. Exactly. So listen to me very carefully. Suppose this is the dead and the decomposing matter out there, right? Now, who are our decomposers? Usually the bacteria as well as the fungi. Usually the bacteria as well as fungi. When it comes to eat this, and if this particular thing is rich in nitrogen as well as sugar, it is very easy for the organism to break it down. So it's like, yummy, okay? On the other hand, if at all the same guys come in, and over here, the dead and the decomposing matter which is there is rich in something else, that is lignin and chitin, LC. Okay, lignin and chitin. What happens? Basically, this guy will not be able to break the component very easily, which is why it becomes all the more tough. So always remember, decomposition will be delayed if at all it is rich in lignin and chitin. Okay, so the answer for this question is going to be D. Will decomposition be better if at all I am giving enough amount of air? Definitely, because these bacteria which are there, they are aerobic bacteria, Baba. So if at all you are giving them air or basically oxygen, they are really, really happy. On the other hand, when you're not giving it, they become really sad and they will again delay it. And the next thing, warm and moist environment. For example, over here, I provide blanket and everything. It's very warm and moist environment. Do you think it will be better or bad? It will be definitely better. They like warm and moist environment. They do not like cold environment out there. Again, it will be delayed. Okay, so the answer for this particular question is going to be D. Is this particular thing clear? Clear for everyone? If it's clear, just give me a thumbs up. The rate of decomposition is largely determined by the chemical composition of detritus, dead organic matter, and the environmental factors. Exactly, King. Okay, ma'am, call me Anupama, ma'am. Okay. I'll try to do that. Okay. Okay, so champions, is this particular question clear? If yes, give me thumbs up. That is how the rule goes, okay? So whenever things are clear for you, you have to give me thumbs up. That's when I understand, oh, my machas are all understanding things well. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So let's go ahead then. Varsha also gave me thumbs up. Next question that we have, net primary productivity in an ecosystem is. Net primary productivity in an ecosystem is what? You have multiple options. You have to choose from these options. What is net primary productivity? By the way, have you shared this video link with all of your friends? If not, share it right now. Okay, oh my God, answers are coming flowing. Okay, just a second. Leelavati says A. Varsha says it is A. Apsi is there. Hello, Apsi. Sri Raksha says A. Kavana says A. Shravya is also there. Says A. Manjula, Vimal, Venkatesh, Ankita, King, Kavana, and everyone. Perfect. Quadri Kids is also there. Hello. So everyone, Knight is also saying A. It's very easy answer, right? It is A. Is it A? Yes, it is A. But you need to understand one very important thing. Okay, what do you mean by GPP? Gross primary productivity. So when in the question it is said that, what is the rate of production of organic matter by a plant? Okay, you have been asked this question. What is the rate of production of organic matter by a plant known as? And the options are GPP or primary productivity. Okay, primary productivity or primary production. What do you think is going to be the answer? My dear children, this is one option, this is two option, this is three option. What is the question? Rate of, production of organic matter by the plant. Organic matter by the plant. And you have got these many options. What do you think in that particular case your answer would be? Any idea? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ma'am, this chapter, where is the masterstroke video? Oh, I'm not giving it to you. I'll give it to you, okay? Any idea? Guys. GPP is the answer? GPP is the answer. Is that so? What about others? Some people are saying it is 2, primary productivity. Knight says it is 2. The rate of production of biomass production by organic matter production by a plant is known as GPP or primary productivity. Yes, ma'am, GPP. So those of you who are saying it is GPP, let me tell you, that's a wrong answer. It is going to be primary productivity. Why? Listen, I asked you rate of production of organic matter by the plant or by a plant. When you're talking just about a plant, okay, you will be saying primary productivity. When I'm talking about plants in a trophic level, you know, there is a difference between a plant and also plants. When I'm talking about all of them together, that's when I use the term gross primary productivity. It's the net total productivity of the first trophic level. But here that was not the question. Here it was just about the plant. So I'll restrict myself to use the term primary productivity. This is a very important thing. So do not get confused. Okay. So please remember that. And now over here, so gross primary productivity is there as in net total productivity by the whole set of organism in one particular trophic level, right? Now, do you think whatever it is producing, it will be giving it to the next trophic level? Definitely not. Some of it will be utilized by itself. If at all I give you some food, okay, some food out there which is very much limited, okay, and you are very much hungry, what are you going to do? You're going to eat the food. You can share only a little bit of thing, but majority of it probably you might be eating, right? Unless and until you are not someone else, right? So basically, GPP is that. So you will be utilizing something for yourself, and that is known as respiratory losses, okay? It is known as the respiratory losses, which is indicated by the term R. That means something that is utilizing for itself. Finally, what is left back? Left back thing is known as net primary productivity. Whatever is left back is known as net primary productivity of that particular trophic level. Now this is available for the next trophic level, organisms of the next trophic level. So always remember, when you talk about an individual, these things do not apply. When I talk about just a plant, just a deer, these things does not apply. Primary productivity, secondary productivity, those are the things that would be applying up there. But when you talk about gross thing, all of them together, you apply this, and please not forget this particular formula. Okay. Is this clear? Everyone, is this particular thing clear? Ma'am, result. Okay, so listen to me. I will address about the result, but I want to promise you will not ask me about the result once more. Okay, so the thing about the result is that, so day before yesterday, we got an information from our campuses itself that the result is coming, because, you know, they have the tie-ups out there. So, like, yeah, and I was told to make up a video for that. I did. Assuming that today there will be today there will be actually the result coming up. Apparently, yesterday night itself, there was like in several channels and all, they were saying that it is delayed and stuff like that. Apparently, I waited again until the morning. I was working on looking at all the places where I could find the results. I could not find it, or at least I could find a Reddit source where they're saying it is delayed. I still could not find it. I saw few news channels saying that the result is being delayed because the final round of evaluation is still being left. Okay, and they're saying that because of election, nothing is going to be hampered. So according to the news channels, they are saying that it might be going up to like 2 or 3 days. It can be coming between 8th and 10th of April, but I did not want to confuse you any further, and that would be really, really wrong to do. That is why I kept it like that only. What if the results come today? So even I have no idea about it at this particular point of time. If at all I get an idea, I'll be the first one to talk about that, yeah, from this channel. Works? And why are you worried, Macha? Listen to me. Results will come anyway. It has to come one day. It will come. Let it come. You guys prepare for your examination. Forget about the result as of now. You just prepare for the examination. Why to ruin your days just waiting for those results out there, right? Anyway, you have to get it. There is no option that someone gives you a result and you say, no, I don't want it. Anyway, we have to take it up, right? So that's all. Okay, have that logic in your head and move ahead. Okay, since most of you guys gave me thumbs up, let's go ahead with question number 4, which is, which among the following is not a functional unit of the ecosystem? Which among the following is not a functional unit of the ecosystem? Decomposition, nutrient cycling, energy flow, pollution. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Why am I not getting number 1 badge? Oh, I do not know, dear. Okay, super, ma'am. Varsha says D, Kavana says it is D, Shravya says it is D, Venkatesh, no worries, only hope for the best. You will get the best, okay? Kavana says D, King says D, Anand and Niveda is also saying D, okay, Leelavati says D, Vimal says D, Ankita says D, perfect. So the answer, Quadrakits also, and Apsi also says it is D, Liston also says it is D. D is what? Pollution. How can pollution be a functional unit of ecosystem? That's a bad term, right? So decomposition is, nutrient cycling is, energy flow is, okay, and the productivity is also is, but pollution is not there, which is why D is going to be the odd one out. 2018 question it is, okay. Now going ahead, it's an easy question, so I'll just go ahead with the next one. Which one of the following ecosystem has the highest annual net primary productivity? Has the highest annual net primary productivity? Is it desert? Is it tropical deciduous forest? Is it tropical rainforest? Or is it temperature? Actually, it is temperate evergreen forest. What do you think the answer for this particular question is? Divya? It's PYQs. When you solve it, you get to understand what concepts are repeated the most, and you might be able to crack those concepts even in the days of examination as well. So most of you guys are saying the answer for this question is C, starting with, I think, Varsha. Okay, most of you guys are saying it's C. Some of you are confused between D as well. Or, yes, most of you guys are saying it is C. C is what? Tropical rainforest. Yes, Baba, the answer for this question is tropical rainforest. They have the highest annual net primary productivity. It's absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. Okay, it's not tropical deciduous. It's not even desert. It's not even this. So tropical rainforest, do not forget it. They have the highest. Now, question number 6. This can be only answered by children who are very thorough with your NCERT. Okay, it goes like this. Question number 6. Of the total incident solar radiation, the percentage of photosynthetically active radiation captured by the plant is what? So out of total incident solar radiation, listen to me. Over here, Macha, you have the sun, right? And the sun is shining for all, not just for the plants. We know that also. So sun is there, our plant Baba is still over here. Okay, and the plant is literally happy. Why? Because the sun is there. Now, do you think all the sun's radiation which is there is going to be utilized by the plant for photosynthesis? Obviously no. Always remember, it is only 2 to 10%. So if at all I say, if this much amount of sun rays are there, basically only this much, that is 2 to 10% of the radiation is going to be photosynthetically active radiation. That is what is meant by PAR, photosynthetically active radiation. Okay, so the answer for this question is going to be B, and I see that most of you are giving me the answer as B only. Ma'am, can you explain question number 5 again? Yes, quadrigates, I can. Okay, just a second, okay? So most of you, starting with Shravya, Anand, Vishwant, Apsi, Leelavati, Kavana, Vimal, Shravya and Varsha and Guru Arun, everyone. Okay, Ankita, if at all I have missed anyone's name, I'm so sorry. Okay, Prithvi Raj, quadrigates, Liston, perfect. Everyone, Manjula, all of you are doing absolutely great. Now, just give me 1 second because someone was asking me the question about question number 5. So here the question is, which of the following ecosystem has the highest annual net primary productivity? That is the question. It's a very straightforward question. Okay, so you have desert. Desert does not have too many plants, which is why obviously that could not be the answer. Tropical deciduous forest obviously will not be the answer. Again, the leaves are going to shut up really fast. Tropical rainforest is something that is going to be almost having enough amount of the rain as well as sun and everything, which is why the production is going to be high out there, right? So which is why the answer for this question is going to be C. Cool? Yep. Yes. Now, going ahead to the next question, question number 7. Identify the possible link M in the following food chain. So, plant is there. Plant is basically eaten by insect. Insect is eaten by what? And what is eaten by snake? And snake is eaten by eagle. So, your question over here is going to be, what is this? What is this? Okay, so over here Anand says it is B, Sai is also there, Sai says it is D, King is saying it is D, Varsha says it is D, and Anand says it is C, Liston says it is D, Ankita, Sai, Kavana, Guru, Arun. Okay, why is this a confusion between D and C? Manjula, Manjushri, Vimal, oh my god, perfect. Shravya, so there is a confusion between B and D, is it? Is it B and D? B is what? Which rabbit have you seen eating insect? Which non-vegetarian rabbit have you guys seen, Baba? Saying B is the answer. Insects are going to be eaten by the organism. How can rabbit eat insect? So basically, ma'am, it's very simple for me to find the answer. Rabbit does not eat anyway insects. Wolf will not be eating on insects. It's had much bigger things to eat. Frog is probably the correct answer because I do not know what exactly this particular thing is. So I'm only left with this particular choice, and I clearly know that frogs eats its insect, right? So your answer for this question is going to be frog. But has it ever happened that you came to my class and basically you are not understanding something that is given in the question, even though that could not be the answer? Listen to me. Have you ever seen this particular thing, ichthyophis? If you have not seen it yet, then today is the day you see it. Tan, ta, -dan. This is ichthyophis. Okay, it's an amphibian. It does not have any limbs and all. So yes, it's an amphibian. It stays both on land and water, and definitely it is not going to eat insects. You can try to find the answer by yourselves as well. What does it eat? That is your job to do. I just tried to show you something that probably you did not know. Okay, limbless amphibians, exactly. So is this particular question crystal clear to everyone? If yes, just give me a quick thumbs up, my machas. If this particular question is crystal clear to all my dear children, please give me a thumbs up. Ma'am, hi ma'am, I'm ordered Vedantu PYQ book. It was really helpful. Is it? Oh, that's so nice. You're asking me it is really helpful or not? Yes, it is helpful, but biology is not there. Please be assured of that. Okay, bio is not there in that PYQ book. Rest every subject is there, and related portion is also not there. That's a good thing. Sai, ma'am remembers me. Oh my God. Yes, I do remember you. Okay, so thank you for giving me the thumbs up, champions. So let's go ahead with the next question, question number 8. The amount of photosynthetically active radiation captured by plant is. Listen, this particular concept is being repeated once more. That means what? This concept is important. Now give me the answer for this. You guys know the answer now. How much amount of photosynthetically active radiation is being captured by the plants? Yes. Niharika is also there. Hello. Apsi, Kavana, Manjula, Venkatesh, Sai, King, Varsha, perfect. Shravya, Lilavati, Guru Arun, Manjushri, and yes, Manjula, everyone, Vishwant, the answer for this question is 2 to 10%. Do not forget it, okay? It is 2 to 10%. This is 2022 question. Okay, next question. Identify the incorrect statement regarding the flow of energy between various components of the food chain. Now, whenever questions like this come, I always tell you, please note the thing that you have to find out. Do you need to find out what's correct, or do you need to find out what's incorrect? So you have to find what's incorrect and then read the options. Energy flow is unidirectional. Is it? We all know energy flow is definitely going to be unidirectional, only in one particular direction. So from the plants, the energy is gotten to the other organism which eats it. Probably it can be a deer. From the deer to the next organism, that is a tiger. That is why we say that this is unidirectional, right? So we say this is correct. Now, green plants capture about 10% of solar energy that falls on the leaves. Is it? Okay, you check the answer. Each trophic level loses some energy as heat to the environment. Obviously, when one organism gives off energy, for example, if we say 10,000 joules of energy is there in the case of plants, do you think all of it will be given to the next organism? No. Some it will be utilized by itself, and some is going to be lost in the environment during the transfer. So only 10% of it is going to go. So 10% of 10,000 is going to be what, Baba? It is going to be 1,000. So 1,000 joules will be going ahead. So each trophic level loses some amount of energy as heat in the environment. That is also correct. Now, the amount of energy available at each trophic level is 10% of the previous trophic level. I just discussed that with you right now. So that is also correct. What are we left with? We are left with B option. And how many of you gave me B as the correct answer? Let me see. How many of you gave me B as the correct answer? Everyone said D is the correct answer. Why, Macha? Niharika, Apsi, Kavana, is this a different question that we are solving? Sorry, I think different question. D. Still some people are saying C. I see Varsha said B, Vishwan said B, Sai said B, Srinivas said B, Amalu said B, and that's all. Now quadricates and everyone else. Habibullah, hello. So Kavana also said B, perfect. Ma'am, I said B. Yes. Noha Ghazi. So I hope this is clear to you. Why? Because green plants capture about 10% of the solar energy that falls on the leaves. That would be wrong statement to say. We have just known that from the sun, you get 2 to 10%. You get what? 2 to 10% of the whole solar radiation out there. Now, how can you be sure that the whole 10% is being captured? It can be 5, it can be 6, it can be 2, it can be anything ranging from 2 to 10, right? That is why there's a range over here. How can you strictly say it is 10%? That will be wrong statement to say, which is why this particular thing is going to be wrong. Is this particular thing clear to you? Green plants in a terrestrial capture only 1% of the energy of sunlight that falls on the leaves and convert into food energy. Yes, but King, one more thing that has been mentioned over there is that 2 to 10. In between that, anything can happen. It cannot be said like only 10%, right? So the answer for this particular question is going to be B. Is this thing clear? If yes, just give me a quick thumbs up. Hina, hello. Give me a quick thumbs up. So those of you who are getting your answers wrong here and there, do not worry about it. Rectify. You're getting a chance to rectify it. You're understanding things, and that's more important. Okay? Imagine you're doing the same mistake on the day of examination. That would be bad, right? So you're doing mistakes over here. You're rectifying. You are being more careful. That's all better. Cool? Yes. Ma'am, tomorrow take class. Sri Raksha also said B. Perfect. Tomorrow I can try, but I'm not sure, dear. Okay? Yes, I'm really good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Okay. Now, question number 10. The things that I have colored over here are from the deleted portions. Okay, they are from the deleted portions. So, over here, match column 1 with column 2. Select the option with correct combination. Standing state and pioneer species was there. Okay, in the chapter ecosystem, but it is not there now. Standing state means the amount of nutrients in the soil at the given time. At the given time, whatever nutrients are there, that is known as standing state. Pioneer species, for example, I speak about a bare area. There is nothing, there is no life. There, the first organism to come and bring out life is known as pioneer species. So basically, species that invade a bare area. Now what are left with? You're left with two statements. Where is it? detritivores over here and standing crop. The reason I still put up this particular question is that I needed you to know that some portions have been deleted and you do not need to be worried about that. So these portions are deleted, right? Now detritivores are what? Detritivores basically are going to be organisms that break down detritus or dead and decaying matter into smaller particles. One very important question. So everyone is saying B is the answer. Yes, Baba, B is the answer. I have a question for all of you. Give me an example of a detritivore. Give me an example of detritivore. BTS, ma'am, you said 4. Yes, I said 4. I had a plan to take it 4, but it seems like there is some unavoidable, very highly important meeting happening at that particular point of time, which is why they shifted it to, what do you say, this particular time. Okay, I'm so sorry. Earthworm, earthworm, earthworm. So everyone is saying earthworm. Varsha, Apsi, Kavana, Manjushri, Anand, Manjula. Okay. Earthworm is a detritivore. What about bacteria as well as fungi? Aren't they detritivores? Fungi and bacteria also. Okay. Fungi and bacteria are also detritivores. Is that so? Are you sure about that? Think. Oh, that's so sweet of you, BTS. Listen to me very carefully, okay? There are 2 terms given in your NCERT. One is detritivores, another is decomposers. Detritivores are organisms like earthworm, which is going to eat up things and poop out things, and while they poop out, they're going to break down bigger things into smaller particles. That is detritivores. Now, when you talk about decomposers, what are decomposers? Basically, fungi and bacteria, which are going to break down things. They are microorganisms out there. Okay, they are microorganisms which are going to break things down. So decompose is different and detritivore is different. Always remember it. Okay, I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear, right? So detritivores over here break down detritus into smaller particles. Okay, now what is standing crop? Someone asked me about standing crop. What is standing crop? The mass of living material at a given time. The mass of living material at a given time. So basically over here, if I say that at this particular point of time, this much amount of living material is there, their mass, okay, their mass at this particular time is known as the standing crop. And always understand, you have 2 weight, dry weight and wet weight. When you include water, you say it's a wet weight. When you discard the water content, you say it's a dry weight. So dry weight is the appropriate measure for what? Standing crop. Standing crop is nothing but the mass of living material at a given time. Okay, so the answer for this particular question is going to be B. Cool. They degrade detritus. Yes. Is this particular question clear and your doubts related to decomposers as well as detritivores cleared? Decomposers absorb nutrients through external chemical secretion. Exactly. They are going to release chemicals. The breakdown is going to happen and basically they are going to take up the important nutrients out there. That is how it usually goes. Yeah? Saprophytes. They are saprophytes. Mass of biomass, mass of living material at a given time is known as standing crop. So you, me, everything, if at all we talk about this particular area, then mass of living material as in our mass at this particular time is known as standing crop. Cool? Yes. Okay, next question, question number 11. The annual net primary productivity of the biosphere is approximately. You have been talking about annual net primary productivity. Okay, annual net primary productivity will be what? Ma'am, duration. I am planning to end it. There are 38 questions that I have taken here, and most probably it might be ending by 4:30. Yeah? Okay. Manjushri says A, Leelavati says A, King says A, and Sai says D is the answer. Varsha says it is A, Anand says A, Venkatesh says C. You have given me ABCD option. Ankita says A, Apsi A, Vishwant says it is C, King says A, Amalu says A, Niharika, Hina Kausar, Sanjana Tator, hello, says A, Manjula, okay, Charan says A, Niharika, option A. A is what? 170 billion tons, exactly. That is the annual net primary productivity of the whole biosphere. It is 170 billion tons. One question for you guys. What is the net primary productivity of the oceans? Of the ocean? what is the net primary productivity of the ocean? Any idea? Any idea out there? Net primary productivity of the ocean would be what? 55 billion tons is, Manjula is saying 55, B is the answer, okay. 155, always remember Macha, over here, even though we say 170 is the total, out of that, only 55 billion tons, only 55 billion tons is the net primary productivity of the oceans. That means majority of the productivity comes from which environment, Baba? The terrestrial environment. Always remember that. Okay, in the land environment, not from the ocean. So have that in your head as well. Cool? Almost 50 to 55 billion tons. Exactly. Hello Shisharao. Hello Narendra. I remember you. Yes. So I hope this is clear. Perfectly clear to everyone? If yes, give me a thumbs up. Fast. Hallappa is there. Hello. Perfect. Let's go ahead with question number 12 over here. Choose the correct sequence of steps involved in decomposition. Naveen, hello. Yes, I do remember you. So, choose the correct sequence of steps involved in decomposition. What do you think is the correct sequence of steps? Over here, you have multiple options. Habibullah is saying C is the answer, is it? Okay, Varsha says A is the answer. Everyone look at this question very carefully, okay? Lilavati says B is the answer. Apsi says D. Emily says A. And Kavana says B. Okay. Anand says D. Ishwar says hi, hello. King says D. Apsi says D. And guys, solve this question. Manjula says C. Okay. Narendra says D. Sanjana says D. No idea, ma'am. Okay. So then I have to check about one very important thing. What is the answer? Got all the one-shots in Comet K. Please, I inform Math sir. I asked him. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. I'll convey it to him as well. Okay. Ma'am, we did not get any KCET PYQ. Are you sure? Because you have to check it in the WhatsApp channel. So once or twice there might be 15 days challenge PPT thing that is coming up. If not, I can share it with you today. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. So you guys, most of you are saying it is D. Virupakshi is also there. It is D. D is what? Fragmentation, then leaching, then catabolism, then humification, then mineralization. Is that the answer? Yes. The answer is this only. Now there is a way to remember this. Okay. Funny little cat. Funny little cat hate milk. Funny little cat hates milk. Or there is one more very efficient thing. Forests love climate, heat and moisture. So heat and moisture is something that is required for decomposers. So you can remember like that if at all you want. Otherwise, funny little cats hate milk will also do, which is why the answer for this question is going to be D. It is going to be D. So those of you who gave me the wrong answer, I hope it's clear now. Okay, and guys, please do not spam. Restrict yourself from spamming the chat. I am looking at the comments. Akshit, good afternoon, ma'am. Sorry, can you tell us when we will start getting the DPP in Comet K? Where app is not showing? In the app, it will be showing, dear. As in, if at all you have seen Ekta ma'am's session about how you can access through Comet K for the Comet K30 course, you will be able to see in the, I think in the one-shot, with place where you find one-shot, there might be an option to download the text. If not, I will just check and let you know, okay? Yes. Cool? Now children, if at all this particular Akshat, I'll take that into consideration and let you know. Please try to put it down in the comment section after the live ends, okay? I can reply to that particular comment. Okay. We'll check. Ma'am, can you explain the decomposition process? Yes, I can. So who all wants me to explain the decomposition process? Who all wants me to explain the decomposition process? Because you will be seeing so many questions related to it. If yes, say yes. Me. Okay, one person is there. Okay, thank you, Hina, Gausar, Varsha. Okay, I think I shall go ahead with decomposition then. If you're asking me, I have to do it. Cool, let's go ahead. So, starting off with the first thing, that is fragmentation. Okay, what happens in fragmentation? You have, Baba, earthworm. Earthworm is what? It is a detritivore. It is a detritivore. What are they going to do? They are going to basically eat up food and they are going to poop it outside, right? So basically, the physical breakdown of the bigger things into smaller particles is known as what? Is known as fragmentation. Bigger things as in bigger portion of detritus, the dead and the decaying matter out there. Who does it? Detritivores. Example, ma'am, example is earthworm. Now you only think, when things are being broken down, there are chances there might be certain things out there, okay, certain things out there which could be soluble in water. It could be soluble in water. And basically, they could be going down deep into the soil and could be staying up there, right? This particular process which is there is what you call as leaching. Is what you call as leaching. So whatever small soluble inorganic content is there, soluble inorganic content is there, it will go deep into the soil and will be staying up there. That process is known as leaching. Okay, ma'am, done. So fragmentation done and leaching done. And what was left behind? The smaller particles right over here were left behind, right? We have to do something with them. And that something is known as catabolism. Catabolism means you are going to take the help of what? You are going to take the help of decomposers such as fungi and bacteria. FB, Facebook is what I remember. To break it down, finally, you want to break down the organic compounds over here into simple inorganic things. So whatever was inorganic before, it went to the soil. But whatever is left behind, which was not soluble, it has to be broken down. And that process is known as catabolism. Who does it? It is the decomposers who are going to do it. And over here, always remember the name of the decomposer, what? Fungi and bacteria. It will be fungi and bacteria. Cool? Yes. Now listen to me very carefully. We say we require organisms to act on detritus only in these three steps: fragmentation, leaching and catabolism. In none of the other steps we say that it is going to directly act on the dead and decaying matter. Cool? Yes. Now, actually speaking, when I have to convert the organic into inorganic things, it's not a one-step process. There are certain stops, and one such stop that you have is basically to help in the formation of humus. Humus is dark amorphous substance which is there, and basically when you're converting organic things to inorganic, you will get that in the middle. You will see the formation of humus in the middle. Please understand, it is very much rich in nutrients because it is still in the breaking down process. So it is stuck there trying to break down things. Okay, so this is humus. It is dark amorphous substance which is there, and the process of formation of this particular humus is known as humification. It's humification. Do you say it is acting on detritus? No, nothing. We just say that in the entire process something like this is also happening. And finally, when you're going to break down this humus to give you the inorganic components out there, you call that process as mineralization. Mineralization. And always remember, from here to here, it's a very slow process. It's going to be a very slow process. So we always say we should be basically planting small seedlings and plants in area where the soil is very dark. Why? Because the dark soil contains humus, and the humus basically is breaking down. It is going to give the inorganic nutrients slowly, steadily, and that inorganic nutrients can be helping in the plant to grow. So we started off with fragmentation. We broke it down. Listen to me carefully. With the help of detritivores, they ate it, they pooped down. This is what physical breakdown. Now, whatever things were inorganic and whatever things were soluble, they moved down into the soil. That is known as leaching. Now, whatever is left behind, we go ahead to the next process, that is catabolism, where we are going to finally break down the organic things into inorganic things. And for that, you need the help of decomposers, that is fungi and bacteria. Now, it's not a one-step process. In between that, you form something that is known as humus, and that process is known as humification. It is rich in nutrients. It is dark amorphous crystalline substance which is being formed out there. Now, finally, when you break down the humus, or you basically make sure that the nutrient is being released from the humus completely, that process is known as mineralization. But please remember, it's going to be a very slow process from here to here. That's all. Is this particular thing clear? Is this clear to everyone out there? Ma'am, any updates about the results? No, dear, I already told you, right? Ma'am looks like South actress. Oh my God. Clear? Thank you so much. Okay, ma'am, today is there any NEET class? No, from tomorrow there will be. Okay, so I hope it is clear, and now we are going to go ahead. For those of you who feel that still you have not understood, I'll request you just go back, move the slider and listen to me once more. If it still persists towards the end of the session, I can explain you once more. Cool? So, what was it? Funny little cats hate milk. Okay, funny little cats hate milk. Always remember that also. Now, question number 13. With respect to limitation of ecological pyramids, which of the following statements are correct? Or correct is being asked. Okay, and here it goes like this. It does not take into account the same species belonging to two or more trophic levels. Is it correct? Is it correct? For example, you only think, okay, you only think. Over here, I have plants, and basically the organism eat plants and the organism that eats this organism, right? Now, we human beings, sometimes we can be vegetarians, we can eat the plant. Sometimes we can be in this trophic level eating any animal over here. For example, it can be a chicken. So we can occupy one trophic level and the second trophic level as well. But that is not being considered in the ecological pyramid, does it? Yes. So that is correct or not? It does not take into account the same species belonging to two or more trophic levels. This particular statement is going to be correct. You have to find what is the answer for this. And I know that you are giving me the answers. Okay, I'll read out, okay? Next one. It assumes a simple food chain, something that almost never existed in nature. Yes. What you only think, okay? A tiger is here. I am a hungry tiger. Okay. And now there is a rat over here and there is a deer over here, not a rat, probably a deer over here and a rabbit over here. Okay, now will I just say that I am going to eat only the deer because that is my assignment? I am not going, that is there in the food chain. I will not eat a rabbit because that is not in the food chain. Wrong, it will eat both of them. Baba, there is food web that works, not food chain. You cannot have a simple food chain out there. We have an alternate source for food always. So basically B is going to be wrong. It assumes a simple food chain, something that always never existed. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is correct. That particular statement is correct. It assumes like that, but actually it is not like that. Okay, it accommodates saprophytes. Now this could be wrong. Does it accommodate saprophytes? Saprophytes means decomposers. Have you ever seen decomposers? Bacteria, you come in this particular trophic level. Have you ever seen someone doing like that? No, Baba. They do not consider decomposers or saprophytes, which is why this particular statement is going to be wrong. Now, it does not accommodate a food web. It does not accommodate a food web. That is a correct statement, right? It does not accommodate a food web. Yes, it does not. Now, choose the correct from the following options given below. So, A is correct. Sorry, A is correct, B is correct, and D is correct. A, B, or D is correct. The answer for this particular question is going to be D. And let me see who all gave me the correct answer. Okay, Varsha gave me D as the correct answer. Narendra gave me wrong answer. Vishwant gave me B. Okay, King gave me D answer, and Ramcharan also gave me D. Amalu gave D, and Anand also gave me D. Halappa also gave me D, and everyone else, Sri Mulu. See, okay, so okay, he also gave me it is D. Sagar Chopra is also here saying D. Shankar Nayak D. Hello. Hina Costa D. Kohli says D. For those of you who did not get the answer correct, I hope this particular thing is clear to you now. Okay, it's been asked what is correct, right? Narendra, I cannot give you a break, macha. Right now, we started the class now. It's not even 1 hour. Come on, guys, we cannot have a break right now. We have to study. Then we'll take a break. Hello, MD. Okay. Perfect. So if it is clear to everyone out there, just give me a quick thumbs up. Everyone, just give me a quick thumbs up. And by the way, have you hit on the subscribe button? If not, if you have not hit on the subscribe button yet, click on subscribe button. Super important. Okay. Okay. It's charge nahi hai ma'am, charge kar lo baba. Okay. Fine. Let's go ahead then. Sagal, it's okay. Let someone ask for Macha. What's important over here? This one, no? Let's focus on this, okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up. Next question, question number 14. What is correct for humus? Okay, what is correct about humus? That is the question. So in humus, microbial activities occur at a very high rate. Is that correct? You only tell me the answer. Decomposition in humus occurs at a very low rate. Okay. Humus is crystalline in nature and is a reservoir of nutrients. Okay. Humus is further degraded by some microbes and mineralization occurs. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? What is the answer for this particular question? MDU, you are not understanding. Tell me what you're not understanding. I could help you with that. What do you think is the answer for this, children? Come on, give me the answer. Just a second, okay? D is the answer for this particular question. D is what? B and D. D is what? B and D. Let's check it out. In humus, microbial activities occur at a high rate. Wrong. I told you it occurs at a very slow rate, right? So this particular statement is wrong. Decomposition in humus occurs at a very low rate. Correct. It occurs at a very low rate. Now humus is crystalline in nature and is a reservoir of nutrients. Wrong. Why, Baba? Because humus is amorphous in nature, not crystalline. It is amorphous in nature. Okay, now D option. Humus is further degraded by some microbes and mineralization occurs. You know, after humification, you have mineralization. So that particular statement is also going to be correct. So in that particular case, B and D are the only answers which would be the correct ones. So D is the correct answer for this particular question. Okay. Ma'am, you are taking NEET classes from tomorrow. It will be some other teacher. But yes, I will be helping you with the strategies. Okay. Varsha says D is the answer. Amalu and King and Ramcharan also says D. Venkatesh also says Vishwanath. Leelavati, Apsi, Kohli, Sagar. Perfect. Anand, Tilak. Yes, Tilak. Hello, hello, hello. Are you... Sri Raksha, Quadri Kids, Manjula and Sai. I hope your confusion is gone. Fatima is also here. MD also gave me the answer. Hina also gave me the answer. Vishwant, repeat ma'am. I can repeat it. Listen to me very carefully. Humus is there. Humus breakdown occurs at a very slow rate. But the first statement says it occurs at a very high rate. That will be a wrong statement. You have to find what is correct. Now, decomposition in humus occurs at a very low rate. I just told you that's correct. It occurs at a very low rate. That is correct statement. Now, humus is crystalline in nature and is a reservoir of nutrient. Wrong. Because humus is what? Amorphous in nature. Okay, the term is amorphous in nature. Okay, D option is what? Humus is further degraded by some microbes and mineralization occurs. Yes, humus which is there, it is degraded. And the next process that you have is what? Mineralization. So that particular statement is also correct, which is why B and D are the only correct statements over here. Okay? Your teaching is very nice. Thank you so much, Sri Raksha. And I hope Vishwant, now it is clear. Okay? So, Macha, who all thinks it is clear, can you just give me a quick thumbs up? Everyone who thinks that this is super clear, just give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Ma'am, MCQ for human health and disease, I have done it, dear. Please check it out, okay? Okay, thank you so much, children. Next question, question number 15. And be very careful over here, okay? Which of the following option is correctly matched? Net primary productivity, cross primary productivity, secondary productivity and primary productivity. I always tell whenever you're matching the following questions, look at all these options and you have to look at the correctly matched pair, right? Net primary productivity is the available biomass for heterotrophs. Is that so? Is it the available biomass for the heterotrophs? Heterotrophs means what? Baba, always remember, you have... Oh my God, you guys saw the answers. So before I showed the answer, only 3 people gave me the correct answer. That is Varsha, Amalu and King. So listen to me carefully. Yes, anyways. You have the producers over here, and producers, basically the plants and everything out there, they can prepare their own food, which is why, what do I call them? I call them autotrophs, Baba. I call them autotrophs. Now, organisms which cannot prepare their own food, they're lazy and they depend on others for food. What do I call them? I call them heterotrophs. Agreed? Agreed. The question is what? Net primary productivity is the available biomass for the heterotrophs. Is it? Net primary productivity over here, whatever the organism produced over here, I call it GPP, gross primary productivity. Minus they used it for something for themselves. Now whatever is left behind is NPP, and NPP is actually available for the next organisms, right? So that is correct statement. Available biomass for heterotrophs, correct. But why others are wrong? You should know that, okay? So gross primary productivity is rate of biomass accumulated in organism. What? Primary productivity is what? Rate of production. Gross primary productivity is what? Rate of production or rate of production of organic matter by the primary producers out there. That is known as gross primary productivity, not a rate of production, rate of biomass accumulated in organisms. That will be wrong. Rate of production of organic matter by the primary producers are known as gross primary productivity. Okay, secondary productivity means what? Rate of production of biomass by a secondary producer. What is primary productivity? Rate of production of biomass by a primary producer. Got it? Which is why the answer for this particular question is going to be A. Is it clear to you? Ma'am, I'm not understanding. MD, what are you not understanding? You tell me. If it's not clear, listen to me very carefully. I can still explain you. NPP, I hope it's clear, right? Organisms which are there, plants which are there, if I talk about their whole, okay, all of their production, then what is the term that I will use? I'll use GPP. GPP stands for rate of production of organic matter by all of the producers in one particular trophic level. That is GPP. I'm not talking about just one plant. I'm talking about all of them. Now listen. Obviously, they will be utilizing something for themselves, that is represented by R, respiratory losses. Now, what is left behind is NPP, net primary productivity. Now, what is left behind is available for the next organism, right? Yes. So, that is NPP, available biomass for heterotrophs. Clear? Now, I told you what is gross primary productivity, rate of production of organic matter by all the producers. Now, if I consider only one producer, only one plant, I will say that is primary productivity, rate of production of biomass or organic matter by only one producer, that is a plant, a single plant out there. What is secondary productivity? Rate of production, probably there are so many deers, but I am not considering deers. I am just considering one deer. Rate of production of organic matter by this particular deer which is there, that is secondary productivity. When I use the term gross, remember all of it comes together. Clear? Is this thing clear to you now? Or is it still like, oh my God, I cannot understand it? Listen, take your time. It can be a topic that can be confusing at times, but you will understand it. Okay? Cool. Sri Raksha, because I am in a phase of Nanu Kannada Kalita Idini. I am still learning Kannada. I do not really know it very, very well. But I love the language. I am ready to learn it, but it's a very slow process, right? Baslingappa, it is there. This chapter might not be there, but yes, everything else would be there, right? I hope this is clear, and with that, let's go ahead with the next question. Question number 16. Select the incorrect statement. Crop fields and aquarium are man-made ecosystem. Do you think so? Crop fields and aquarium which is there. Crop field as in the field that we have paddy field, we have that field, we have this field. Do you think that is man-made? Definitely yes. Aquarium, that is man-made? Definitely yes. So this statement is going to be correct. What do you have to find? You have to find what is incorrect over here. Come on guys. Amalu says it is D. Ramcharan says it is D. Okay, thank you so much, Sri Raksha. Okay, Fatima says it is D. Varsha says it is D. Sai says D. Sagar Chopra also says it is D. What about others? Come on, come on, come on. D. Srimulu also says it is D. MDU also says it is D. So D is what? Let me check it out. D is this. Okay, let me go one by one. Ecosystem varies greatly in size. Yes, definitely there are different type of ecosystem. It is varying. Now, biotic components interact with abiotic of the ecosystem, resulting in their modification. Biotic as in living, and abiotic as in non-living. For example, wind, air, whatever is there, water. Okay, and us. Don't you think we are interacting? Obviously, yes. So this is also correct. Now, catabolism is a step of decomposition process wherein detritivores break down detritus into small particles. No, it cannot be detritivores. Then what can it be? Any idea? What can it be? It is going to be decomposers. It is going to be decomposers. Remember, catabolism is being done by decomposers, just fungi and bacteria. What is the timing for tomorrow's NEET class? It is going to be 12 p.m. for physics. Okay? Clear? Is this particular thing clear to everyone out there? Hina and Manjula, Saraswati, everyone, Vishwant, Sahana, hi. Okay, I hope it's done, right? For biology, it will be at 4 p.m. I think zoology class will be there. Okay, let's go. Perfect. Thank you for giving me thumbs up. Let's go ahead. Question number 17. Which one of the following process during decomposition is correctly described? Okay, again, you have to be very, very careful over here. Catabolism, last step in the decomposition under fully anaerobic condition. Is this particular statement correct? You have to find which one is correctly described. Leaching, water-soluble inorganic nutrients rise to the top layers of the soil. Okay. Fragmentation, carried out by organisms such as earthworm. D. Humification, leads to accumulation of a dark colored substance, humus, which undergoes microbial action at a very fast rate. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Vishwar, I will be explaining it once again, okay? Just wait for some time. Ram Charan says B and Varsha says it is C. Fact says, fact is also there. Hello, hello. Sri Ram says it is going to be C and Sagar says it is D. Okay, Shilpa says it is C. Mirzafir, hello, good afternoon. Sai says it is D. Sri Raksha says A. Hina Kausar says C. Okay, Venkatesh says C. And Sai says, okay. Guys, what do you think is the answer? Rekha, in KCET 30, there are mock tests also given to you. Make sure you practice them. Yeah. Apart from PYQs, there are mock tests. Make sure you practice that as well. It's not okay. It's okay. It's totally fine, Jafar, Mir Jafar. Okay. So the answer for this particular question is going to be C. Why not the other options? Listen to me carefully. Catabolism means breakdown of organic matter into inorganic matter, right? Yes. Now, whenever we say decomposition process is happening, I always told you it's aerobic bacteria, not anaerobic bacteria. You need air, they need oxygen. They are aerobic bacteria that is going to help with decomposition. But here it is written, last step in the decomposition undergoes fully under anaerobic condition. That is a wrong statement, right? It is an aerobic condition. Now, leaching, water-soluble inorganic nutrients rise to the top layers of the soil. No, water-soluble things are going to go deep down into the soil. Why will they come top on the soil? Fragmentation carried out by organisms such as earthworm. Yes, fragmentation is carried out by detritivores such as earthworm. That is the correct statement. That is the only correct statement. Now, humification leads to accumulation of dark-colored substance, humus, which undergoes microbial action at a very fast rate. No, it happens at a very slow rate, which is why the only answer for this question is going to be C. Is this thing, catabolism is not a last step. Yeah, but if at all you're talking about the last step on detritus, it is going to be catabolism. Okay, the one that acts directly on the detritus, it is going to be catabolism, because we assume that under catabolism you have humification and mineralization. But yes, if at all you consider all the steps together and without the term detritus, then yes, it would not be the last one. Cool. Is this concept understood by everyone out there? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I hope it's understood. Guys, it will be really good if at all you could give me thumbs up. It means a lot because I get to understand that you are understanding things or not, you know. Yeah, ma'am, explain this question or the previous one. Just give me a quick second, okay? So over here, I think who had it out? Vishweshwar had it out about this particular question. I'll just clear it with 1 second, okay? Crop fields and aquarium are man-made ecosystem. That is correct statement, right? We people are making the ecosystem, and yeah, so they come under man-made ecosystem. Ecosystem varies greatly in size. Yes, there are different type of ecosystem. Some might be small, some can be big. Biotic components interact with abiotic components, as in basically living and the non-living things. Do they interact in the ecosystem? Yes, you need water. Water is abiotic. We are biotic, right? So there is interaction that is needed. Now, last one, catabolism is the step of decomposition process where detritivores break down detritus into small particles. Not detritivores, it will be decomposers. Detritivores, I told you, they are earthworm. Decomposers are what? Bacteria and fungi, which is going to release some enzyme, going to break down things outside their body, and after breaking things outside the body, they will absorb whatever is important for them. Right, so it's not detritivores, it is going to be decomposers in catabolism. I hope that is also clear, and thank you everyone out there for giving me a thumbs up. We'll go on to the next question. Remember, this is not a PYQ. This one is not a PYQ. From here, you will be seeing few questions which are not PYQs. I've added some extra questions, okay? So try it out. It goes like this. Given below is an imaginary pyramid of number. That pyramid is not given to you. Okay. Can everyone close your eyes? which I know is not going to happen, which is why I need to put it. Just a second. Okay. 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 500, 100. Okay. This is primary producer, this is primary consumer, this is secondary consumer, and this is tertiary consumer. Yes. Now you can go ahead and try to find the answer for this. Any idea? Over here, level PC, you have to find which one is going to be the correct one, okay? With this particular graph in head, you have to find which one is the correct one. We saw you cannot do that to me. Come on, guys, check out. Okay, try it out. Level PC, primary consumer, is insects, and level SC is going to be small insectivorous birds. Is that the correct answer? Or B, level PP is phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons are the ones which produces food in the aquatic ecosystem. Okay, and whale on the top level, that is tertiary consumer. Is that so? Now next thing, what do you have? Level PP is people tree, and level SC is sheep. Level PP is people tree, and level, what do you call, SC, that is this, is sheep. Level PC is rats, and level SC is cats. What do you think is the answer for this? Fact says the answer for this question is B. Okay. Vishwan says it is B. Okay. Amalu says it is A. Sanjana says it is A. What do you think is the answer for this question? Guys, if at all you rely on copying the answer from the slide that I showed, I will ask you another question then. Okay, ma'am, A. Okay, listen to me. Venkat says it is B. Varsha says it is A. Okay. Hello, ask. Mir Jafar says it is D. Okay. So listen to me very carefully. Over here, you can clearly see the level of primary producers, as in the base level, the producers which are there, they're only one in number, right? It's only one in number. This is pyramid of number, right? Over on the other hand, PC, primary consumers which are there, they are 500. The secondary consumer which is there, it is 100, and the tertiary consumer, that is 10. Now, if at all we say A is the answer, will that be correct? PC, that is primary consumer, is insect. Primary consumer is insect. And level SC is what? Basically small insectivorous plants. Small insectivorous birds, sorry. Small insectivorous birds. That isn't the one that eat the insects out there, right? Do you think that will be correct statement? Yes, ma'am, that can be correct. Why will not it be correct? Okay, assuming the next one. Level PP is phytoplanktons. PP, primary producers of phytoplanktons that are there inside the water. And we are saying that whale is at this particular top. Always remember, phytoplanktons number cannot be 1. They are going to be in most amount. The pyramid of number is not going to look like this. The phytoplanktons are going to be in highest amount in when you talk about pyramid of numbers. So that cannot be true at all. Now, level PP is people tree over here. Again, a tree, people tree is being considered over here. Level SC is a sheep. Okay, if at all I'm assuming this is a sheep and this is basically a people tree, what comes in between? Does the sheep eat some other plant, and does this plant eat this particular people plant? Obviously that is not possible, which is why this particular statement is also going to be wrong. Now, level PC is rat. Level PC is this primary consumer, it is a rat, and level SC is cat. Rat and cat. But Baba, again you need something down over here, and that can be only true if you want the pyramid of numbers to be looking like this, where the producers are less. It has to be a big plant, a big tree out there. On this tree you might have so many insects, and these insects might be eaten up by some birds out there. Don't only you will get an upright pyramid out there, otherwise you are not going to get an upright pyramid, which is why the answer for this particular question is going to be A. It is going to be A. Some people were very honest with that. So, ma'am, when is the result? Mir Jafar, dear, I told in the, in the start of this particular video, do not ask me that question. If at all I had an answer, an official answer to give, I would have definitely given that. Okay, so we really thought, according to the sources that we got from our Diksha schools and all, it was said that it will be happening on 7th of April, which is why the video was being made, not for any lame reasons out there. But then, surprisingly, at night, yesterday night, it was been confirmed by few news channels saying that the date is being delayed. So yes, if I get to know about that, I'll let you know. Okay, Prajwal, hello ma'am, sorry for the late. It's okay, it's totally fine. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, and my dear children, I hope this question is clear. I just took this question because I thought that it's it's a bit tricky out there. Yeah, Kids Zone, hello. Everyone, for everyone, it is clear. If yes, just give me a quick thumbs up. If it's clear, a quick thumbs up. Thank you so much, Manjula. Okay, next question. Which kind of pyramid is represented by the given figure? Over here, you have options. Pyramid of number in terrestrial ecosystem, pyramid of biomass in terrestrial ecosystem, pyramid of biomass in aquatic ecosystem, and pyramid of numbers in aquatic ecosystem. What do you think is the answer for this? What do you think is the answer for this? Which kind of pyramid is being represented over here? Always remember. Okay, Amalu says it is C, and thank you everyone for giving the thumbs up, means a lot. Niveda says it is C. Saraswati says C. Varsha and Manjula and Hina. Facts. Niveda, Vishwant, K. Arvind. Hello dear. Sriram, Sri Raksha, Manjula, USK, and Sanjana. Perfect. Okay. Halappa. Good evening, Hassan. Good evening. And Mir Jafar Baba, what happened? Okay. So the answer for this particular question is going to be pyramid of biomass in the aquatic ecosystem. Why pyramid of biomass in the aquatic ecosystem? Listen to me very carefully. In the aquatic ecosystem is the place where the primary producers can be less. Okay. As in, phytoplankton, you know, they are very small. They are very small. Their biomass, if you talk about their biomass, since they are very small, their biomass is also going to be less. Okay, whereas the organisms that eat them, for example, zooplankton, their biomass is going to be more. I'm not talking about pyramid of number. Okay, if you talk by number, phytoplanktons are going to be more. When you talk about biomass, the biomass of phytoplanktons are less, and the zooplankton's biomass will be more. Small fishes' biomass will be even more, and the large fishes, you know, that will be way too much. Okay, if at all you had got an option where it said that basically it's about insects and stuff like that, or a tree, a big tree and the insects around it, then probably it could have been correct. It could have been pyramid of number also, but that particular statement is not being given, which is why the only answer for this particular question is going to be pyramid of biomass in aquatic ecosystem. That is where you can get an upright pyramid out there, sorry, inverted pyramid out there, which looks like this. Okay, works. No dear, the class at 4 was preponed to this because there is some important thing happening at something around 4:35. Okay? Okay. Guys, I meant inverted pyramid, okay? Not upright pyramid. Inverted pyramid. Ma'am, you're my bromin without bro. Oh my god. Oh, perfect. Okay. Guys, shall we go ahead? If it's clear? Why not pyramid of number? Yeah, that is the question that I was addressing. Listen to me. If at all, it's not like every time the pyramid of number in the terrestrial ecosystem, it is going to be inverted. Only in one particular case where there is a big tree, okay, where there is a big tree and there are so many insects depending on it. Only in that condition we will say that, okay, pyramid of number, tree is 1, but the number of insects are going to be more. But that is not being specified over here. They're just mentioning pyramid of numbers in terrestrial ecosystem. Now there can be different types of it. It can be inverted like this, it can be upright as well. But when you talk about pyramid of biomass in aquatic ecosystem, they have clearly mentioned in your NCERT that it is going to be inverted for sure, without any conditions being mentioned, right? That is why the answer would be this. Cool. Is this particular thing clear? Or do you have any doubts around it? If you have any doubts around it, ask me right now. Okay? Clear, right? Shall we move on with the next question then? Yes, thank you so much. Let's move on. PAR stands for what? PAR stands for what? PAR stands for what? Photosynthetically adaptable radiation, photosynthetically accessible radiation, photosynthetic activity radiometry, and photosynthetically active radiation. What do you think is their answer? Guys who are there, who are talking among themselves, please do not do that. It hurts me literally. I really do not want to take out the names because I see regular students also being participating like that. I really would be very sad if at all you continue. Okay. Okay, Jit says the answer for this question is D. Amalu says it is D, and Jit says, Manjula says D, Sri Raksha says D, Ramcharan, Hassan, Varsha, and USK, Sharanu, Amalu, Fax, Sriram, Quadrikits, Halappa, Sanjana, and Venkatesh. Okay, no idea, Venkatesh? Okay, let's get an idea then. Sri Gavi says D. So the answer for this question is photosynthetically active radiation. PAR is basically standing for D. I told you that when you talk about the sun and when you talk about the plant out there, it's not like sun's full amount of radiation which is there, it is going to be utilized by a plant. No, only some amount. You know, there are different types of light rays. There is visible light rays. Okay, there is visible light rays. Invisible light rays also, there will be only 2 to 10%. 2 to 10% of radiation that can be utilized by the plants for photosynthesis process. So it ranges from 2 to 10, always remember that. And that radiation is known as photosynthetically active radiation. So the answer for this particular question is going to be D. Okay? Works? Clear? Perfect. If it's clear, blue to red region, exactly. Thank you guys for giving me the thumbs up. Let's go ahead with the next question. So we are not going to the next question, we are going to the next chapter itself. That is Biodiversity and Conservation, one important chapter from your second PUC. And with this, once we're done with this chapter, basically we are going to end up all the chapters of second PUC Biology. Everyone who have been with me throughout, first of all, give a huge tap on your back. You're doing wonderful. I'm absolutely proud of you, and I wish to see you throughout the preparation cycle until your examinations are done, and obviously beyond that as well. Yes? Yes. Mir Jafar Baba. Let's go, Machi. Exactly. Are you gonna do the first PUC questions, ma'am? Yes, Hassan. So I'll be doing them in one day, okay? In one day itself, whatever is super important. I'm planning to take up a big live if possible. And yeah, I'll be covering as much as possible from first PUC, which are super important. Cool? Because obviously from first PUC, I have to cover up some concepts along with questions. So yeah, but I will not leave you stranded. Yeah. But the first question that we have from this chapter, the variety of indigenous cows is an example for. Indigenous cows is an example for what? Genetic diversity, species diversity, ecological diversity, and microbial diversity. What do you think is the answer for this? What do you think is the answer for this? Sorry, Macha. It's okay, Macha. I forgive you. Don't talk, okay? Okay. Amalu says A, Ramcharan says it is B, Jit says it is A, Varsha says it is A, Venkatesh says it is A, Sanjana, yes, that's the spirit. Okay, says it is B. USK says it is A, Rafat, hello dear. Sri Gavi says it is A, Vishwant A, Sri Ram says A, Manjula, Rashmi, everyone, most of you guys are saying it is A. First of all, for those of you who do not understand the term indigenous cow, that means you might have seen different types of cows. They look very different. There are different species of cows in general, okay? So when we talk about, for example, some might be Jersey cows with the black and white spots, some might be some other type of cows out there which looks entirely different, they might be bulky in nature. So these are different varieties of cows. And when you talk about that, why are there different varieties, Baba? Because there are some genetic dissimilarities between them. That means they are example of what? Genetic diversity. Okay, they are example of genetic diversity. For example, you have mango. You might have heard about Alfonso mango. You might have this mango, that mango. So many different types of mango are there. Right? They are what? They are genetic variations that is happening in the mango species, right? Which is why that all of these things are going to come under genetic diversity. So indigenous cows is equals to same species, different varieties. All cows belong to the same species, Bos indicus, but they have different breeds. For example, Gir, Sahiwal, and Red Sindhi, etc., etc. Okay. Yes, so basically A is the answer. I hope this is clear. For those of you who are not sure about it, I hope now it's clear for you. I don't know this lesson, ma'am, is it? We'll study, okay, we'll study together. Only a few questions are there that we have to complete. 38 questions are there in total for this session. We'll complete it. By the end of it, you will get to understand it. And after that, you can definitely go ahead and, just understand the chapter also by yourself. Naveen, we will check from our end, okay? Overall course is fabulous. DPP is actually made by all the teachers out there. I'll check where it is available. Okay? Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead to the next question out there. So far, 1.5 million species are identified, in which the number of fungi species identified is more than the combined total of. Listen, so far how many species are identified? 1.45 million species are identified. In that, the number of fungal species identified is more than the combined total of what? What do you think is the answer? Algae, lichens, mosses and ferns, fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals, mollusk and crustaceans, mollusk, fishes and amphibians. What do you think? Ramcharan says A, Jit says A, Vishwan says it is B, Zult. Okay, Zofisha says it is going to be B, Usk says it is B, USK says it is B, Hassan says A, Varsha says it is D. Okay, Sri Ram also says it is D. Sri Gavi says it is B. Sorry, B. Okay. So, yes, Naveen, wishing you all the best. May you rock the examination. Okay, Sanjana says B, Rashmi says B, Venkatesh says B, Prem Khayanur also says B, Sharanu, everyone. Most of you guys are saying B is the answer. What is B? B is fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. Do you think the total number of fungi which is there is equals to fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals? The answer is yes. Always remember, farm. Fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals, all of them put together is the actual number of fungi which is there. You might have seen this particular diagram. If at all you have not went through this, please understand it's a very important diagram. Okay, it is going to be very important diagram. So look, invertebrates and vertebrates. Okay, invertebrates and vertebrates which are there. If at all you ask about animals who are going to be more invertebrates or vertebrates, it is going to be invertebrates. In invertebrates, the most of them are going to be insects. So if we talk about both of them, animals in general, which are the ones which have in the most amount, it is going to be insects. It is going to be insects, and insects comes under invertebrates. Now, when you come under plants, in this particular picture, fungi are also put under this particular category. But that is not one thing of our concern. The major thing that we need to remember from our end is that the number of fungi which is there overall over here is a combination of this plus this plus this plus this. Leave birds over here, farm, okay, farm you have, and these, the total number of organisms up over here will be put in totality to form fungi. So fungi is something that is huge in number. Okay. Is this clear? Such sweet children. So I say that Naveen was speaking to me for giving all the best, but you guys also gave him all the best. That's so sweet of you guys. Okay, so Naveen basically is so lucky. You have multiple wishes out there. I hope your dream of getting into a good college come true. Okay, anyways. Now, question not clear. Which one? What is not clear? Tell me. This particular thing is not clear. Here, the question is, if we say that 1.5 million species are there, out of that, the fungi, the number of fungi which is there, the number of it is a total number of what all species. So basically, if at all I combine fishes, I combine amphibians, I combine reptiles, and I combine mammals. If I total them up, I put them in a group, that's when I'll get this as the same number of organisms that is found in the case of fungi. That is the question. So you basically had to find out which among them is a combination of that. So it is this only. That's all. Cool. Vishwant, I hope it's clear now. Yeah? Is it clear now? Okay, perfect. Facts. A is the answer, is it? Let me try to find out. So over here, yeah, match for M, that is this, and N, with species in a relationship shown in the graphic representation below, and choose the correct options. So you have the options over here, you have to choose from it. What does M stand for and what does N stand for? Rashmi says A, Hassan says A, Amalu says A, Zufisha says A, Sri Gavi says A, Varsha, MD, and Lihavati, Rashmi, everyone says the answer for this question. USK also says A, Manjula A, Halappa A, Vishwant A, okay, Sri Ram also says A. Yes, it is going to be A itself. And for those of you who have not got much understanding of this, listen to me very carefully. So there was a guy whose name was Alexander von Humboldt, okay. So this guy was like moving around, and when he moved around, he found that so many number of species were there. He was like, that's a good number, okay. And then he moved again, forward, and what did he find? The number of species were increasing. As he explored more area, obviously the number of organisms were also being explored more, right? But he said that it's not like even if I move never-endingly, I just move around forever, I will not find what you call infinite number of species. There will be limit to it, because why? Our atmosphere cannot carry a lot of organisms out there, right? So definitely there will be a limit to it. That was represented with the help of this particular graph. So he put species richness over here, species richness over here. He put area over here. He initially said that whenever you explore more area, that many number of species are also going to increase. But then he said only up to a certain limit. So he got a graph which is like this, okay, a curved thing which is like this. Now, what does it represent? It represents that species richness is going to be proportional to area, but only up to a certain limit. Okay, only up to this limit of area you will be finding multiple amount of species. And if at all you remove the proportionality sign and you replace it with C, the formula becomes like this. The formula becomes like this. S is equals to C A to the power Z, right? So this particular graph which is there, or this particular curve which is there, is representing that. Now, if at all you take the log value, okay, if at all you take the log value, it will turn out to be something like this. Log S is equals to log C plus log A. Ma'am, what happened to the Z? Z came in front. It will be Z log A. And this particular thing is represented by a straight line like this. Okay, this formula is represented by this. So here, this is M and this is N. Always remember that. So your answer for this question is going to be A. Is this thing clear to you? Is this thing clear to you? Perfect. Listen, okay, I'll tell one thing. I'll tell one very important thing to you guys, and that is, waiter, ma'am, I want to thank you because I scored 52 in KCET because of you once again. Oh, is it? Thank you so much. Okay, now that's so sweet of you to come back over here again and tell that. That's so sweet of you. So, Mir Jafir, Listen, I am not a person who is someone who is good at scolding. I never do that. Okay, I have never done that in my entire life, apart from my friends. Okay, and it really feels bad for me when I scold children. I heard in the morning that there was some nuisances in the class, and some teachers were scolding you guys and stuff like that. I know the name of the person. I know everything. It's like this just staff room, right? We discussed a lot of things. Listen to me very carefully. If you have anything to say which is not related to the class, please restrict yourself from doing so. Why? Because there's a team monitoring all those things which you guys are doing in the class, and they could be putting you out in timeout, and I also can do that. Okay, because I also can manage the channel from my side, which is why I can also do that, and I really do not want to do that. Why? Because you guys are my children, you guys are my friends, and I do believe that children sometimes they might do some kiddish things, but it might be often sorted out, right? So I want you guys to sort it out among yourself. Please do not talk to talk among yourself in this particular class. It will be really bad to do that. Okay, you have multiple platforms to talk. Please use those platforms, right? I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. Question number 24. Select the option from the following which is not a major characteristics feature of biodiversity hotspot. You have to find which is not a major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspot. Large number of species, destruction of habitats, abundance of endemic species, large number of exotic species. You are being asked which one, okay? Which one is not the major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspot? Which one is not is being asked? What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Oh, that's so sweet of you, Zufisha. Thank you. Okay, guys, tell me the answer. Amalu says it is B. Varsha says it is D. Vishwan says it is D. Okay, Hassan says it is B. Jit says B. Hina Kausar B. USK says B. Sri Raghavi B. Sri Ram B. Halappa says B. Shobha B. Shobha is saying D. Different answer, is it? Okay. Rashmi says it is B. Fax says B. Suresh Gaming says B. Prem says B. Venkatesh says D. Shobha says D. And Vatsala also says it is B. Mir Jafir, I forgive you. Please do not repeat it. Okay, dear? Okay. Thank you so much, Darshan. Okay. So, Suresh, most of you guys are saying the answer is B. Right? Answer is B. B is what? Destruction of habitats. Is that the answer? Major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspot. There will be large number of species. There will be large number of species, correct. Destruction of habitat, yes. If at all you have seen in your NCERT, there is one line that biodiversity hotspots faces major destruction of habitats. So this is there. This is true actually. Okay, next thing, abundance of endemic species. Endemic means these organisms are native to that particular area and they are not found elsewhere. They are very unique, just like you guys. You guys are so unique to me, right? Similarly, there are organisms which are very unique, are not found elsewhere. Those are endemic species and those are the ones which have been safeguarded with the help of biodiversity hotspots. Okay, so this is also correct. Now what are we left with? We are left with this. Large number of exotic species. Listen to me, exotic means something that we bring from outside. No, this is in situ conservation. You're conserving organism in their natural habitat. Why am I going to bring something from outside? No. And am I going to conserve that? No. So basically the answer for this particular question is going to be D, because here you have been asked which is not a major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspot. So I do agree that you might be confused between B and D, but I hope now you know the answer is D. Okay, or probably you might not be confused at all. You might be just saying it is B, but I hope now you have got the answer. It is D. Mera naam Sarkar. Hello. Okay. So, yes. Guys, don't talk. Adi get up. Okay. Clear, no? Macha. Option D is for XU2, ma'am. Yeah, exactly. It is for XU2. Perfect. Clear? Thumbs up. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead from let's go ahead to the next question that is there, and that wait. One more very important thing, very important piece of information that you need to hear. Okay, I'll be telling everything about biodiversity hotspot because you might get questions related to this. Regions with high species richness. They have high species richness? Yes, okay. High endemism, as in unique species are there. Under threat, because as I said, they are under threat because habitat loss, destruction is ongoing. Now facts which are there. How many hotspots are there? 34 hotspots are there, 34 of them. They cover less than 2% of the land area, less than 2%, but they protect what? They protect almost 30% of the species. Protection is more, covering of area is less, but protection is what? 30%. Ma'am, all these factors important? Yes, these things that you're seeing over here is highly important. In India, how many of them are there? Basically, we say 3 of them. Western Ghats in Sri Lanka. Ma'am, Sri Lanka is not in India. What are you saying? Are you, are you not in your senses? The thing is that Western Ghats and Sri Lanka are being put together as one hotspot, which is why we say that this is there in India. I know that Sri Lanka is not a part of India, okay? Now, Indo-Burma, again, half here, half in different place, but again, this is considered as one. Now, Himalaya, that is purely, again, that is also shared, but yes. So basically, the answer for how many hotspots are there? 3 of them. Okay, 3 of them in India. And I hope you remember the numbers. This is very important. Ma'am, I'm weak in this chapter. Okay, I get it. You know what? Even I was weak in this chapter. But when I went ahead and started studying, it became easy for me. And the same thing is going to happen with you also. Okay, 34 in the world, exactly. Burma, Myanmar, exactly. Okay, children, is this particular thing clear to you? Very important. I hope this is clear. And by the way, who are those children who are watching this video without liking the channel? Not like the channel, sorry, like the video, okay? And subscribe to the channel. Cool. I hope that's clear. Perfect. Let's go ahead to the next question then. Question number 25. The historic convention related to conservation of biological diversity is also known as the historic convention. History, change history, okay? It's a convention that has been done to conserve biological diversity. It is known as Earth Summit, Kyoto Protocol, World Summit, or Montreal Protocol. What do you think is the answer? A. Shobha says A, Jit says A, Vishwan says C. Okay, Varsha says A, Ramcharan says A, and Jit says, okay, Jit has changed the answer. No, Jit has not changed the answer. Vishwant has not changed. Okay, fine. Hassan says A, Amalu says A, and okay. USK says A, Fatima, Manjula, Kavana, and okay, Jit gave me the year also. Perfect. Quadricates, Facts, Sharanu, Rashmi, Srigavi, Ankita, Halagappa. Okay, so everyone, Hina Kausar, C. Perfect. And Hassan is asking A and C. Let me check out. So listen to me very carefully, okay? Over here, the answer for this question is going to be Earth Summit. I know that World Summit was also being done after Earth Summit. So first came Earth Summit, then the World Summit was being done, right? Yes. So the thing is, for the first time in the history, this thing was done, right? For the first time in the history, this was done, which is why we say is the historic convention related to conservation of biological diversity is known as Earth Summit. And why not World Summit? Listen to me very carefully. It was majorly focused on sustainable development. Well, Earth Summit was also focused on sustainable development, but this was not a history-changing event. History-changing event was this one. Later this happened, right? So please understand, Earth Summit was being done in 1992, as it said, and World Summit was being done in 2002. You just add a 1 over here and then you will get your answer. 2002, okay? This was being done, where the World Summit was being done in Johannesburg. It is only a follow-up meeting which was being done. Purpose is to review the progress and reduce the biodiversity loss. It did not sign the Convention of Biological Diversity. So CBD, or the Convention of Biological Diversity, was being signed in the Earth Summit and not in the World Summit. Please remember that. It's just a follow-up thing that happened up later on. Okay, so since you guys saw that in 2002 in Johannesburg, okay, in Johannesburg, World Summit happened. Where did Earth Summit happen? I think someone gave me the answer. Rashmi said Rio de Janeiro, exactly. And also Sri Ram also said Rio de Janeiro, exactly. So Rio de Janeiro is where your Earth Summit took place. By the way, can you tell me Johannesburg is where? Johannesburg is where, Macha? Any idea? Where is Johannesburg? Where is Johannesburg over here? That is also an important question. Not being given over here. Could be getting any time. South Africa, exactly. It is going to be South Africa, right? So don't forget all this important thing, because it is given in your NCERT. South Africa, Johannesburg, 2002 World Summit. Cool. Exactly. Perfect. Next question that is there, question number 26. Which one of the following is not included under in situ conservation? Very easy question. Come on. Which is not being considered, okay? Biosphere Reserve, National Park, Sanctuary, Botanical Garden. What do you think is the answer for this? Which is not considered in situ conservation? Ma'am, today during maths class, you came to say thank you to us. Yes, Rafat. So I heard him from the other class. You were searching for me and I was so happy. Okay. So, okay. Suresh says the answer for this question is D. Vishwan says it is C. Shobha says D. Ramcharan says D. And Rashmi D. And Hassan retracted. Okay. Amalu says D. Fatima says D. Varsha says. And Halappa says D. Hina Kausar D. Sri Gavi says D. Prem is there. Hassan says D. Okay. Kavana, USK, Sriram, Ankita, Fax, Prajwal, Manjula, Venkatesh. Everyone is saying D because you guys know the answer. It's a very easy answer, right? So the answer is Botanical Garden. That is ex situ conservation. You're taking plants from here and you're conserving wherever you want. That is botanical gardens. You're not conserving in the natural habitat, right? Yeah, which is why D is the answer. Chetan is also there. Hello, Dev, Jetav, Chandana, everyone. Perfect. Ma'am, you're looking very beautiful and gorgeous. It says that beauty is in the eye of beholders. So if at all you find me pretty, probably it's because you are pretty. Yes. Okay, let's go. Question number 27. Identify the incorrect statement. What is the incorrect statement over here? Come on, let's do it. Okay. Speciation is generally a function of time, as in formation of a new species is basically a function of time. With time, it is going to be happening. That is what is meaning over here. Tropical environment is less seasonal, relatively more constant and predictable. Okay. Solar energy contributes to high productivity. Is it? Does solar energy help in any ways? Temperate regions have remained relatively undisturbed for millions of years. So I hope what is known as temperate regions, this is the place where you have ice and things like that being falling off. Now you have to tell me the answer for this. Okay, let me see. Ramcharan says C, Varsha, Amalu, Kavana, Ankita, USK, Venkatesh, Shobha, Halappa, Sriram, Vishwan, Kavana, Chetan, Jit, Rashmi, Fatima, Leelavati. Everyone says the answer for this particular question is C. Okay, Vatsala is also there. Suresh is saying the answer is D. Someone gave me a different answer. Is it? Let me check it out. Is your answer correct or not? So listen to me. Speciation is generally a function of time. Yes, speciation. For formation of new species, you require enough amount of time. That is correct statement. You have to find what incorrect statement, right? Tropical environment is less seasonal. Relatively more constant and predictable. Is it? Yes. There is no frequent glaciations happening in tropical environment. It is definitely more, more constant, right? It is predictable out there. Which is why, since it is predictable, since it is constant, there can be new organisms growing up there. You will find more species up there. Okay. Now, solar energy contributes to higher productivity. Yes, if you have sun, those sun rays will be taken by the plants and they will produce more. Yeah, that's correct. Correct. Temperate regions have remained relatively undisturbed for millions of years. Wrong. Temperate regions are places where you have the glaciers and things like that, and always, my dear children, if at all you see there is a breakdown of thing happening up there. It's not at all constant, which is why the number of species which are there, it is going to be less. Always think like this. Some species is there, I was like, oh macha, nice place, I live my whole life over here, and then snow comes and these organisms are gone. So basically there is no option to stay constant at this particular area because it is not what you call relatively undisturbed. Sorry, it is not going to be relatively safe over there. It is going to be undisturbed. It is going to be disturbed. It is not undisturbed. It is going to be disturbed. Which is why the answer for this question is going to be only 4. Only 4, and that is C option. Okay. If this is clear to everyone now, there, give me a thumbs up. Hassan and Dev, Jata, perfect. Yeah. Question number 28. 10 more questions. Identify the correct equation depicting species area relationship is what? The correct statement depicting species area relationship is what? Log S is equals to log C plus Z log A. Log C is equals to log S or Z log A. What do you think is the answer? What do you mean by che? Che means, you do now. I do not know. Che means she. I don't know how to explain it. It's an emotion. Okay, Hassan says A, Amalu says A, Suresh says A, and Prajwal says A, and Kavana A, Manjula says A, Vishwant has a different answer for this. Okay, USK says A, Manjula, Varsha, and Kavana, Leelavati, Sriram, Hassan, Fatima, Creator is there, hello Creator, and Sri Gavi, Halagappa, Evangel, hi, Dev Jatav, and Rashmi and Chandana. All of you saying the answer for this question is A, and as I said before, the answer is A. I hope you remember the formula. Here it was S is equals to CAZ. How did we get this? S, species richness, was proportional to area but only up to certain limit. You change this up and now you have C over here. Now you put the log value, it is log S is equals to log C plus log A. What happens to the exponential value? It comes forward. So it becomes like this, which is why your only answer for this question is going to be A. And you guys got it correct. Perfect. Is this clear? Clear to everyone? Abhishek also A. Perfect, dear. Okay, if it's clear, just give me a quick thumbs up. And by the way, thank you. I was going to drink water. Thank you for reminding me once more. Just give me 1 minute. I'll drink some water and come back, okay? Only, not even 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yes. Perfect. Question number 29. Nikhil, I will be doing it. Don't spam, Baba. Don't spam. Okay? I'll be doing it. Don't worry. Ecosystem and biodiversity and conservation. It's a promise from my end. I will do it. Perfect. Let's go with this question. Question number 29. A, B and C. What do you have to do? You have to match the following, okay? Narrowly utilitarian argument is there, broadly utilitarian argument is there, and ethical argument is there. What are these arguments? Basically the arguments to, to safeguard the environment, as in the reasons to safeguard the environment out there. Ankita, the class is going to be ending up in like, I think the next 15 minutes. Okay. Shobha says the C, Amlu says C, Hassan says C, Varsha, and Leelavati says C, USK says C, Kavana says C, Sriram C, and Manjula, Rashmi, and Vijaya Lakshmi, Halappa, Venkatesh, no idea. It's okay. Is there an option like that? No idea. Okay, Fatima says C. You're most welcome, Nikhil. Sri Gavi. Okay. So guys, listen to me very carefully. It's a very easy thing. Sometimes we get confused, okay? So there are 3 ways of thinking it. Sorry. So there are 3 people, okay, and you will never forget it. This is Pappu, this is Shappu, and this is Gappu. I know it's silly, but silly things remains in your head. So Shappu was a guy who said that I am going to safeguard environment because of one thing, it gives me food, and basically it gives me medicines also at times, and it gives me a lot of other things, okay, like some things like stick things, basically the products. I am going to safeguard the environment because it gives me the product, the direct benefits, okay, food, water and stuff like that. That is why I will be saving the nature. Fine. Gappu says that I will be saving the nature because of the services it provides. It gives me air, basically good aesthetic value and every stuff like that. I can see pollination happening out there. So because of the ecological services which are there, I am going to safeguard the nature. Pappu says that, Macha, what are you guys doing? You should be safeguarding the nature because they also have the right to stay over here in a good way. Right? So there are 3 kinds of people, and that is the views out there. This view by Shappu, which says that I am going to safeguard the nature because of the direct benefits such as food, water, medicine and stuff like that, cereals or whatever is there, fiber, whatever is there. It comes under narrowly utilitarian argument. They have a very narrow thinking. Now, broadly utilitarian argument means I am going to safeguard nature for the ecological services which they provide. So basically, conserving biodiversity for major ecosystem services which are there. Ethical argument means Pappu's stand, which says that you should be saving the environment because it has the right to do so. So every species has an intrinsic value and moral duty to pass our biological legacy in good order to the future generation. That is the thing. So on which side are you guys? Are you guys in Shappu's side, Gappu's side or Pappu's side? Pappu has always been my favorite. Anyway, so answer for this particular question is going to be A goes with 3. A goes with 3. I have 2 options. Let me eliminate the other options. Ethical. C goes with what? C goes with 2. C goes with 2 and I have got my answer. The answer for this question is going to be C. It is going to be C. Got it? Srigavi says Pappu. Manjul also says Pappu. So you all guys also Pappu friends now, right? Yes, perfect. So the answer for this question is C, and do not forget it at any point of time in your life. Very important. Rashmi, Suresh, perfect. Quadri kids. How to remember number-based questions, ma'am? As in, okay, there is only one way. Number-based questions, as in you're talking about the 170 million tons and stuff like that, right? For that, we need to take a paper and write whatever is important in one particular paper and keep on revising it. Or basically, the best way to remember it, solve questions. Okay, have that paper in front of you and start solving extra questions of this particular chapter. Automatically, it will be fed in your brain once you keep on going. Cool? Thanks, ma'am, the way you're explaining that. Oh, that's so sweet of you, USK. You're most welcome. Okay, identify the correct statements about XC2 conservation. Advanced XC2 conservation includes what? XC2 means conserving organism outside the natural habitat. And here you have been asked about advanced way of XC2 conservation. Please note that. Okay, so you have cryopreservation of gametes, plant tissue culture method, seed bank, and in vitro fertilization. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Amalu says C, Leelavati says C, Varsha says C, Rashmi says C, Kavana, Shobha, Srigavi, Manjula, and Sriram, Hassan. Okay. And okay, Abhishek, Srigavi, Prem, everyone, Ankita, Vishwanant. Everyone says the answer for this question is C. Yes. So XC2 means conserving organism. Baslingappa and Dejatav as well. Okay, XC2 means conserving organism outside the natural habitat. Yes, agreed to that particular point. Now listen to me very carefully. Advanced way is what? So usual ways are zoo and botanical gardens. If at all you want to conserve zoo, say animals, you take it to zoo. If you want to conserve plants outside the natural habitat, you have botanical gardens. Now advanced way, under that comes cryopreservation, where you're conserving probably a gamete at very low temperature, minus 196 degrees Celsius. Okay, when you're conserving the gamete, are you conserving in the natural habitat? No, obviously not. That is why it is XC2. And advanced because these are advanced techniques. This is not usual thing that we could do. Yeah. Plant tissue culture method. Again, I have a plant. I know that this plant is going to be extinct really soon. I can take some part of it and I can do the tissue with the help of tissue culture. I can make sure that they do not go off from the environment, right? So that is why that is also put on here. Seed bank. I know that this particular plant is there. It is soon going to be extinct. I took the seed and I kept it. Similarly, multiple other plants are also there. This all comes under advanced. In vitro fertilization, you might think, how does it come? Listen. I know that some organisms are going to die off. You might have seen that people have now started preserving their sperm as well as their egg, because there are chances that in future they might not produce it because of so and so reasons out there. Now when you have it, basically what's the use of it? You have the sperm, you have the egg, you can do in vitro fertilization in the lab, producing what a new organism out there, right? Again, this is advanced way. And also XC2, because it is not happening in the natural environment out there, right? So basically the answer for this question is going to be all of them, that is C. And now the next question, which is also based on the same topic that we did before. So over here, if at all you're not able to see the line, it looks like this. Okay, this is species richness and this is area. This is area and this is species richness. The given graph represents what? Population growth, enzyme activity, species area relationship, or growth of organisms. Tell me the answer for this. Very easy. Very easy. Ma'am, swalpa bega madi. Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, C. Fatima says C. Srigavi, Chandana, Abhishek, USK, Vishwan, Rashmi, Suresh. Is this helpful for NEET? For NEET, we have to practice the NEET PYQs. From tomorrow onwards, the classes are there, by the way, at 12. Okay, Venkatesh, Sriram, Rihana, okay, Rihan, sorry, not Rihana, I'm so sorry. Okay, Dev, Manjula, Hassan, Mary, everyone, most of you guys are saying C is the answer. Species area relationship, exactly. When you explore more area, you will be able to see more species, but only up to a certain limit. Yeah? Yes. Ma'am, are there chances the questions are repeated? No, but you still saw over here 3 questions came from the same topic, right? So if at all you know a topic really well, there are chances that the question could be coming from the same topic and you might get the mark. First PUC class, so next class which is there for the, video, the live video will be from the first PUC session, dear. Okay? Suresh, I have already completed human health and diseases. Check out Macha, very important thing. Third session of this particular series was that only. And by the way, guys, sorry I didn't read out your names because someone was saying Bega Muddy. Okay, anyways, question number 32. According to David Tillman's long-term ecosystem experiments, the total biomass in plots with more species show what? So suppose over here you have a plot and you have more number of species. What does this plot show? High variation from year to year, average variation from year to year, no variation from year to year, or less variation from year to year. Less variation in terms of the number of species and the organisms out there. If at all you have a plot with more number of species, what are you able to see? What are you going to be able to see? Suresh says this answer is C. Samarth, good evening dear. Amalu says it is A. So, okay, Varsha says it is D. Shobha says it is C. And Halappa says it is D. Shobha says D. Okay, sorry, I think a different question I am answering, is it? No, Fatima says D. Suresh says A. Amalu says D. Kavana D. Ankita says D. Okay. And Suresh says it is B. Okay, most of you guys are saying it is D. Some of you are saying it is B. What do you think is the answer for this bit question? What do you call confusion is there, right? Listen to me carefully. If at all you have multiple number of species in a particular area, what is going to happen? It is going to make sure that the ecosystem is sustaining really well. For example, I am a plant. I am a chotusa plant. Okay, sunlight might not be able to fall on me. I might not be able to produce the food. But if I have a longer plant along with me, what is going to happen? That plant is going to produce food, and basically it is going to give that food to the other organisms which are there, right? So isn't it sustaining the other organisms as well? Yes. So if I find more number of species, what is going to happen? I'll be seeing that the variation which is going to happen is going to be less. It's not like you will see a drastic variation. All of it is not going to go away. The biodiversity, or basically the ecosystem which is there, it is not going to collapse in any ways. It is going to be much more stable. It is going to be much more stable throughout year to year. So the answer for this question is going to be D, less variation from year to year. If at all you have multiple species, you will find less variation from year to year. The answer is D. It's not high variation from year to year. No. Okay, it's not average variation from year to year. It cannot be high number of species as an infinity number of species, because they cannot live in an environment. You have to make sure the number of species are also limited, and with the species which are there, they are basically helping each other. In that particular case, you will see that variation is happening, but less amount of variation is going to happen. Okay. Chandana, ma'am, KCET and NEET timings are different. You're talking about the classes, my dear. So yes, NEET classes are going to happen at 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Okay, and when you talk about KCET classes, it's going to happen around 9:30 and then 9:30 and then 5 p.m. Cool. So the answer for this question is D. Is it clear to everyone out there? If it's clear, can you quickly give me a thumbs up? Ma'am, today morning you look very beautiful. Is it? Thank you so much, dear. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving thumbs up. Let's go. Question number 33. How did the okay? A strict protection of biodiversity hotspot could reduce the ongoing mass extinction by almost. Guys, you know what? We did the question before. If at all you think properly, we have done this question before. I mean, not exactly this question, but a concept about it. Think. A strict protection of biodiversity hotspot. If at all I conserve the biodiversity hotspot really well, I can reduce the ongoing mass extinction by about what percentage? 20, 25, 30, 35. Shobha says it is C. Fatima says it is B. Amlu says it is C. Varsha says C. Nandini is there, hello. And Hassan is asking A. Halappa says it is C. Okay. Shobha says C. Okay. Devjata C. Ankita says C. Kavana says C. Vishwant is saying it's D. Okay. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? It is going to be 30%. Remember, if at all we come back to the question that we solved somewhere over here, protects 30% of the species out there. By that I mean that it basically reduces the mass extinction by 30% out there. So your answer for that particular question is going to be what? 30%. Yes, you already told, ma'am. Yes, exactly. So the answer is this. Is it clear? Will you remember it? Number-based questions can be coming in. Anne Maria, can you increase the volume? Your sound is low. Children, is my sound low or is it fine? Because as far as I know over here, it seems all fine in the sound bar. Ayo, class was at 5 p.m. right? Deepthi, ayo, no. Guys, you're not there in the WhatsApp channel, huh? Macha, if at all you're not there in the WhatsApp channel, please join the WhatsApp channel. You know how to join the WhatsApp channel. Go to the description section over here. I hope, yeah. The first session which is there, the first one which is there is basically to get lecture notes, PDF of this lecture, join the channel. So basically, whatever biology related messages are there, I only type it and send it to you. Okay, so please, please, please join that. And for, I think, okay, so dear Anne Maria, if at all you could increase the, you could just reconnect your whatever system that you're using, it will be really great because I think the voice is fine. Yeah? Please check it, Macha. Okay. Question number 34. Identify the incorrect match with respect to, I was reading, identify the incorrect matcha. Okay, anyways. Incorrect match with respect to recently extinct animals and their place of extinction according to IUCN Red List. So you have to find which one is correct. Dodo, quagga, thylacine and stellar sea cow, all of them are extinct now. But you have to tell from which place do they begin. She belong to. Che means we say no, are and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay. And Maria, I hope it's fine now. Yeah, dear. So Hassan says it is D. Amalu says it is D. Nandini says D. Prajwal says it is D. And Hassan says D. It should be Russia. Exactly. So and D. Russia. Exactly. USK, Ankita, Suresh, Halappa, Vishwant, Abhishek, Shova, Amalu, Hina, Kauser. Perfect. I'm really glad, Hina, you're still there. Okay. I hope you're learning well of this particular chapter as well. Chandana, Manjula, Halappa, Shriram, Abhishek, everyone. The answer is going to be D because stellar sea cow did not belong to North America. Papagai belonged to Russia. Okay, it belonged to Russia. Do not forget it. Stellar, R for Russia. You can remember like that. And so many S's there in Russia. Also 2 S's there. Okay. Dodo is from Mauritius. Quagga is from Africa. Thylacine is from Australia. When you're saying that one particular thing is correct, do not ignore the other ones. Please know about the other ones. Probably next year you can get question from the other things, right? So please be aware about those as well. Perfect. All of you are doing absolutely great. I'm super proud of you. Let's go. Next question. Question number 35. According to the hypothesis proposed by environmental biologists, a relatively constant environment in tropics promote what? I told you in tropics you have a relatively constant environment, right? What does it help with? Niche specialization and lesser species diversity, niche specialization and greater species diversity, niche diversity and lesser species specialization, niche diversity and greater species specialization. What do you think is the answer for this? If you know Russian, American history, Alaska was a part of Russia, was sold to America. Oh my God. Yes. Very insightful. Okay. High level, Baba. Okay, so from which point onwards have you started giving me the answer? Let me see. Varsha says it is B. Amalu says B. Shobha, Prajwal, Hassan, Rafat, Chandana, Ankita, Srigavi, and Sriram, Halappa, Hina Kauser, Nandini. Okay. Leelavati, Vishwant, everyone says the answer for this question is B. Is it B? Listen to me. We are saying if at all in the tropical environment everything is very much stable, what is it helping with? Niche specialization. That means, for example, I am an organism. I clearly know if everything is stable, this particular area is mine. These are the things that I'm going to feed up. This is basically niche specialization. My niche is being already set over here. Okay, and I'm going to be having resources to get those things as well, which I need. Now, greater species diversity, definitely. If at all this environment is stable, you'll be finding more number of species also staying in this particular environment or this area, right? So the answer for this question is going to be B itself. Okay, it is going to be B. Okay, ma'am, your number please. In doubt, clear WhatsApp, ma'am. Sorry, Chan, that's the only thing that I cannot help you with. Yes, constant environment promotes niche specialization. Correct. Okay, shall we go ahead with the next question? Shall we go ahead with the next question? Ma'am, should I do the full syllabus type? Syllabus type is too motivating means how much to be PYQs in the most productive way. Okay. Deepthi, I'm pretty sure you are someone who have been constant throughout all the PYQ sessions which were there. Right? Right. what you can still do is listen. By the way, we are bringing something very much important for you tomorrow for free, for absolutely free. Be there for the live if at all you see some live be schedule up there, because it's for you guys. So basically I'm not going to tell that because it's against the protocol as of now sharing it, but yes, it is going to be useful and it's related to something related to PYQs also. But anyway, the basic thing that you need to keep in understanding is that you might be solving questions with your teacher, you might be solving questions with your friends. At the end, you have to sit with these questions alone without checking the answers. You have to solve it. Keep a timer. Okay, keep a timer. For example, I am solving 30 questions. Keep a timer of 30 minutes, solve the questions. Do the take your time as you do in your examination hall, and then close your book. Put the timer off. Next morning, or probably in the same day after some time, open and check your answers. If at all you're getting any answer wrong, have your error notebook, write what mistake did you do. I did a silly mistake. When you write like that, you become accountable for that. And basically, when you become accountable, you will try to avoid those mistakes. In KCET, most of you guys lose your marks because of silly mistakes. As of now, you might be able to feel that this question is super easy. Why is ma'am doing it? But it's because I am also doing it with you. Right? Or there are so many other children also beside you who are giving answers, multiple answers. So be sure that you try to do the questions by yourself as well. That is very, very important. Yeah? Thank you so much. Okay. Oh my God. Let me go. Question number 36. Only 3 more questions. Only 2 more questions. Sorry. Yeah. Species diversity dash. As we move away from dash towards dash, species diversity is going to increase, decrease. As we move away from dash to dash. What do you think is the answer for this? Thank you, Amalu, and thank you, Suresh. True, I agree with this. Yes, I know that, because even when I solve over here, before I come over here for every class, I also solve. So I also face difficulty sometimes. Not in KCET questions, by the way, but yeah, some questions can be tricky at times. Okay, Varsha and Fatima says, okay, Varsha says it is B. Fatima says it is C. Nandini says it is B. Okay, guys, I hope you are reading the question carefully. Shobha says B. Vishwan says it is C. Kavana says C. Sri Gavi says it is B. Amlu B. Abhishek B. Suresh B. Sri Ram says it is C. Deepthi says it is B. Venkatesh, Lilavati, Hallappa, Manjula, Rihan, Hina Kausar, Ankita, Suresh, Rafat. Okay, so all of you, Suresh, most of you guys are saying the answer is B. Let me check out that motivation. I'll be giving you. Wait for some time. Okay. Species diversity which is there, it is going to decrease when we move from the equator towards the poles, because equator is an area where you have an environment which is suitable for organisms to stay. But when you move to the pole, it is a basically colder environment. Glaciation can happen, lot of things can happen. This is no constant environment that you are providing for organisms, which is why you will not find species diversity much happening up there. So that's why we say it decreases when we move from equator to the poles. Okay, so the answer for this question is going to be B. I hope it's clear. We can move on to the next question. 2025 question. The 6th extinction of species presently in progress is dash times faster than the previous 5 episodes of mass extinctions. Any idea what do you think is the answer for this? Those of you who have read your NCERT really well will be able to find the answer for this. Amlu says the answer for this is B. What about others? Vishwan says B. Kavana says it is B. Suresh says it is C. Sri Gavi says it is B. Okay. Sri Ram says B, Ankita says B, and Varsha, Hina Kausar, Manjula says no idea. Okay, it's okay, it happens. Suresh says B, Fatima B, Rihan A. Okay, Nandini B, Vijay Lakshmi B, Halappa says B, Sujan is there, hi, says B, Vijay Lakshmi, Suresh B. Okay, so the answer for this particular question is 100 to 1000. Listen, the 6th extinction of species, which is as of now there, it is 100 to 1000 times faster than the previous 5 episodes of mass extinction that took place before. It's not 1000 to 10,000, it's 100 to 1000, and there is no change in that. Please remember that. Okay, so the answer for this particular question is going to be B. No idea, Machi? Now you have idea, Macha? Yes? It works, right? B is the answer for this particular question. Cool? Now, last question of the day. Question number 38. Match the following columns and choose the correct option. This came in 2025. Overexploitation by humans, introduction of Nile perch in Lake Victoria, less solar energy, introduction of water hyacinth in India, and colonization of tropical Pacific. Is this a question of, I am doubtful, I might have added up a new question. Okay, anyway, try to tell me the answer for this. What do you think is the answer for this? Lot of confusion, Rihan, is it? Stay back, okay, I can help you with it. Hassan says B is the answer. Okay, Manjula says it is C, Vishwan says it is B, Nandini says it is B, Fatima B, Lilavati B, Suresh B, Varsha B, Kavana B, Halappa says B, Deepthi says B, Sujan says B, and Ankita B, Srigav, it's okay, we'll check it out. Kodrakits is asking, let's check it out, okay. Hina Kausar, Srinam, Vedant, okay, let's check it out. Overexploitation by humans, and over here what do you have options? Environmental damage and threat to native species, decline in plant population, extinction of more than 2,000 species of native birds, extinction of cyclid fishes, extinction of passenger pigeon. Listen to me, overexploitation led to the extinction of 2 organisms. One was Steller sea cow from Russia and one was passenger pigeon. So A is going to go with 5. A goes with 5, A goes with 5. A goes with 5. I just have one option, and with that I can find the whole answer. Listen, next one. Introduction of Nile perch in Lake Victoria. In Nile perch is a very big fish, very big fish out there, okay. So when this very big fish was introduced into Lake Victoria, what happened? The small cyclid fishes which were there, they got extinct. This was an, what do you call, exotic species, an invasive species which I brought from somewhere else, right? And this caused the extinction of what? The native cyclid species, fishes species which were there. So B goes with 4. B goes with 4. Now, less solar energy. If at all there is less solar energy, what is going to happen, Baba? It is going to have decline in plant population, because how can they make their own food? Only with the help of solar energy. If they are not able to get this, obviously there will be decline being seen out there, right? Yes. Now what do we have? Introduction of water hyacinth in India. When water hyacinth or Ecornia was being introduced, terror of Bengal was being introduced to India, what happened? It gave a threat to the native species which were there. It basically spread throughout the water body such that no other plant which was there in the water could get enough amount of sunlight also. And when they died off, okay, they led to what? Formation of algal blooms and stuff like that. Again, a big problem for all the organisms out there. So introduction of water hyacinth in India, environmental damage and threat to the native species. Now what are we left with? Colonization of tropic Pacific. This we might not know, but what we are left with? We are left with this thing. Extinction of more than 2,000 species of native birds. So when colonization of tropical Pacific plants were being introduced, what happened? Basically, there was an extinction of 2,000 species of native birds also being seen, which is why the answer for this particular question is going to be B. Ayyo, the answer is not marked. Anyways, it is B. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone out there? BSc bioinformatics. So we do study in what do you call, when we do our MSc and things like that. I feel that, you know, I am not very much aware about that course in general. If at all, you just asking about that specific course, but I'll recommend to do something which has what do you call, utility in India as well. If at all it has utility in India, probably it might be having elsewhere as well. Okay, so yeah, you could go ahead with genetics and what do you call, immunology. There are a lot of other things which is very much what do you call, prominent out there, even outside India and in India as well. But yeah, BSc informatics, I'm not very much sure about it. I can definitely search for you, but yeah. Yes. Okay, ma'am, yet you're not started. Oh my god, first PUC chapter. We are going to start it from the next live. Okay, from the next live onwards, we are going to start it. I got 95.79% in J. Do I have a chance in CET? You should be definitely trying it out for sure. Okay. No, there is genetic engineering and things like that, Hassan. Them are not sure if at all in Karnataka in which colleges it is being offered and things like that. Again, I could check that up. Okay. Yeah. So my friends, a lot of them, they did, they went ahead and they went to genetic engineering. They did actually, after their MSc, they went ahead with doing PhD in that particular source, okay, on that particular corner of genetic engineering, gene therapy and stuff like that. Okay, and most of them went to Germany for doing it, because there the scope was really, really high for those fields. So yes, this is what I usually find. It's a bit complicated studying those things, but yeah, could be worth it as well. If at all you are planning to be a research scholar, and yeah, if that's your plan up there. Yeah? Okay. So, yeah. So guys, what about physiotherapy? Physiotherapy is again good. It depends upon the place you land up, where you study this particular course and where you get the job as well. Yeah. Okay, ma'am, is there notes to memorize all these concepts? Because reading NCERT is it hard to cover deeply. So listen, I always recommend that reading NCERT at this particular point of time could be using up a lot of your time, if at all you're not pairing it up with any video lectures. So, okay, I'll definitely recommend you, if you're having your NCERT, please have a one-shot lecture, put it in 2x speed, and here and study. That is the best way to do so. Otherwise, it might take too long time for you to cover up, and it's too boring as well. You get it? And if you're looking for notes and stuff like that, you have the PDF available for Masterstroke. You can go ahead and take it up. Okay, so that will be there in the WhatsApp channel. If not, I can provide it to you in the WhatsApp channel. Yeah? Bustling Upper, you know me, right? You always call me Kit Kat ma'am, Kit Kat ma'am. BSc, agree with what I've heard. There is no good scope for it. But again, if you're talking about government examination in future and stuff, if you're planning to give some, government examinations, it could be helpful for you in that case, if you're planning to stay in India. Yeah? Yes, it's actually difficult. I do agree. So listen, my children, I know that you might have a trillion of doubts regarding it, but yes, you know your goal, but always ask to your seniors before, not just ask to your seniors, see people, what are they doing? Okay, you might be looking around, not just in your family circle. That's a very bad thing to do. Go around, talk to your friends, brothers, sisters who are there, what are they doing, and then only go ahead with a lot of things out there. So I'll tell you a real life scenario, okay? So my brother, his name is Jackson. So he did his B Pharma from a decent college in Indore, Madhya Pradesh out there. Okay, now when it comes to like the placement and things like that, they got placement in Ranbaxy. It was a very pretty famous thing up there back then. Then it was him who worked really hard for himself, right? He really went ahead and searched for some good places to do the job, and finally he went up in Middle East, as in he's in Dubai as of now, working with a good company, which is an American company out there, and it worked out really well for him because he was ready to explore. And not just that, the place where he passed out was a decent college. So always this thing matters. So whatever you say that a college does not matter, that will be a wrong thing to say. A college does matter, the placement does matter, the way you are getting exposed does matter. So all the exposure that you have in a college is very much important for you. So make sure when you choose a college, choose the best. Do not settle down for anything that is less. Okay, it plays an important part. I'm not saying like 100% of 100% of things are going to be up to the college that you're planning to go ahead with, but it plays a major role out there. Okay, and rest obviously depends upon you, how you're ready to move around and experiment with things. That is also one very important thing. Okay, so yes. Ma'am, we are 17 and not explored a lot, and why do people expect us to figure out everything in this tender age? Definitely no one can. And I'm telling you, even I did BSc Zoology and I did MSc Zoology, and lots of people said that, please, why are you doing Zoology? You could have done chemistry. You know, chemistry has a big scope, and you can even take tuitions out there if at all you're not bored, if you're bored of things and stuff like that. And I was so adamant, no, Zoology. At times even I feel, why I have taken that subject? At times I feel that that's good for me. Okay, so the thing is that you can do multiple things after taking. My batchmates, some went for research purpose because they were interested in that. Some went for teaching like me, very few, but yes. Okay, some basically changed their fields all together. Okay, now they're doing something different. So it depends. You will get time to change a lot of things in your life. Okay, trust on the process, but make sure the initial step that you take seems good to you. Okay, seems good to you and is actually practical as well. Don't be too emotional while taking up a stream. It might ruin up a lot of things. Yes. So yeah, so my name is Jasmine. Okay, Vatsala. So guys, I think that's all for today. And by the way, everyone who have missed out on subscribing to the channel, subscribe to it right now, and yes, give your best. We are here for you, and we will be definitely guiding you really well. Yeah. Yes, you also please take care. And expert, but the problem is if I give time for math, it may affect my NEET marks. I totally get it, Rehan. Okay. So children, I will end up this particular thing. Chandana Pharmacy is a good course. You have to take it from the right place as well. Make sure you do that. Yeah. Okay. So bye-bye. Take care, guys. Lots of love, and do not forget to hit the like button as well. Take care of yourself. If you have any doubts, put it down in the comment section after the live ends. And results, when it comes, I'll let you know. Bye-bye. Ma'am, you ignored me. Sorry, Prajwal, where are you, dear? Hello, Prajwal, I didn't ignore you. Sorry. Ma'am, now demanding is engineering and medical field. It will be engineering, I suppose, but it depends. Okay, it depends. Everything is changing now, but mostly engineering is what I felt. Okay, anyways.